Danner.com.
Since 1932, Danner has been building boots that support every step of the job. Our new ground control work boot provides all-day comfort with durable leather, 100% waterproof construction, and a DuraGrip outsole for trustworthy traction on oily, wet, and uneven surfaces. Step with confidence into Danner's ground control work boot, backed by our 30-day comfort guarantee. Learn more at Danner.com.
Welcome to Trevor's GMT Auto Sales in Florissant and O'Fallon, Missouri. GMT has a huge selection of cars, trucks, SUVs with financing for everyone. We have every price range and every manufacturer. Chevy, Ford, Ram, Lexus, Mercedes, BMW. Trevor's has new vehicles coming in daily with over 500 late model vehicles in stock, most still under full factory warranty. We also buy cars and RVs for cash. All of our vehicles are fully serviced and inspected. Come visit us today at TrevorsAutomotiveGroup.com.
Seven o'clock in St. Louis, you are listening to The Morning After, 101 ESPN show presented to you by Brown and Crouppen from the Stiefel Studios. Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Martin Kilcoyne with you on the presentation. Jackson Burkett is on the ones and twos. Chairman Kurt takes your phone calls and your emails. And you're welcome to participate in the program here in the Healthcare Revolution 7 o'clock hour by texting in 314-399-9646. If you don't have a text inbox name, Jackson throughout the week we'll give you your text box name if you politely request it. 314-399-9646. You're welcome to talk it over with other TMA listeners in the Michelob Ultra YouTube chat on the TMA STL YouTube channel. And, of course, call in the Collier and Thompson phone lines, 314-974-0101. Lifetime Roofing, sponsor of the lead story. And Doug Vaughn is charged with that decision every day here on this program. Jackson has it in the Polos Plus dossier as the doggies losing last night in Austin. But in fairness, he did mention 1B being the motorcade coming back from down 3-1.
I just don't think either one of those is the lead. To me, it's the Redbirds. 2 out of 3 over the Dodgers. 6 of their last 7.
Look how pissed Jackson is.
hovering 2 games behind the Cubs?
He just hit the dais.
Okay, sorry.
Colorado scored 9 goals, Doug.
I saw that.
You don't see that
9-9.
often.
It was
No.
5-5 going into the third.
Yeah.
And that's not the lead.
Where are the
Motorcade said
tenders?
that the Magic made us look in the mirror. It was a wake-up call for Brian Bartow's Pistons. How about that?
Well, I'm saying the lead is the Cardinals. Win or lose.
Lifetime Roofing, STL.com. They're going to cancel their buy.
Oh, gosh.
There's a Doug's Choice on Monday, May today, 4th.
Yeah, this is where you say, may the 4th be with you.
Okay.
And then you continue your streak of incelibacy.
That's
And you come out to a press
streaky-
conference with a giant lightsaber.
That's correct. All right, Doug thinks
Well,
the lead,
I just
Martin, is the
think-
Cardinals
Doug was
taking
there
2 or 3
Friday
to the-
and Sunday.
Yeah, I
His son.
actually think the lead, and maybe this should be handled off air, is my wife was with Doug at the Cardinal game yesterday.
Whoa.
Yeah, right there in the concession stand.
Oh,
and
Vitale
now we're
know
just
about
gonna
it?
wave at my where's Vitale for this? Okay, I mean, how are we going to handle this going forward? I thought we were going to do this show for 50 years. May the 4th, Martin. It's the Imperial
What
March.
nerd did that recording?
That was me.
That's Tim.
Yeah, that's on brand.
Asked and answered.
Doug, would you like to explain it? I mean,
Well, it seems like I see the same people wherever I go.
What were you getting, if I may ask?
What was I getting?
Well, yeah, what were you getting?
how
I was
much
getting
I
a
hope?
bratwurst and a hot dog.
Nice.
Wow, really?
A bratwurst, a hot dog,
Went skiing, huh?
fries, and a bottle of water. $40.
Ooh, value.
$40. 2 dogs, fries, and a water. $40.
I like sausage as much as the next guy.
Okay.
Papers.
And then I sat down and ate it with my son Nick. And then right behind us there was Anna Marie and your other son, your older son.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a cucksitch.
You think that was something other than just random?
Listen, you're over there double fisting cased meat,
Exactly.
Oh,
and you're going to tell me
Yep.
nothing was going
Thank you.
sideways.
I didn't have.
I got a family lawyer right here running the board.
Yeah, listen.
I did not have both
Defense
dogs.
rests.
No, my son had one of the hot dogs, and I had the bratwurst. And that's weird somehow.
No, I'm on board.
Okay.
I went to the game Saturday.
Oh,
Oh, so we were all representing.
Yeah, we
Martin, I'm
covered
sure
it.
you were there.
I know. I set this one out.
Packed.
Saturday was the
I'm
game.
telling you.
Saturday was packed.
Listen,
Yeah, like bleacher seats, outfield area. I didn't see an empty seat.
really?
Truly,
Little network action. You got drama in the ninth. Our guy McGreevy
that was great.
shoving.
Yesterday they announced 36,000 some odd. Pretty good crowd. Really good crowd.
Yeah,
Perfect
great
day.
crowd.
Perfect day.
Perfect weather all weekend.
Yeah.
Approved.
Yeah.
Well, what else could you ask for? The forecast going in about a week ago was not great, but we got great weather, great crowds, and 2 of 3 from the Dodgers. Yesterday's game, Doug, when you weren't enjoying cased meat and my family,
I was not canoodling.
wasn't much of a game. It's not like May pitched poorly. Wind was blowing out. I thought we were going to see some runs, but to the credit of Doug's at Justin Robleski,
Yes.
another guy that's come out of nowhere to deal for the Dodgers. The Cardinals were kind of shut down, had some hard hit balls early, but were never really able to get things going. And the Dodgers kept them in check without many threats. However, the lead, I do agree, is the Cardinals taking 2 of 3 from the Dodgers after taking all 4 in Pittsburgh. And the Cardinals are coming tra-la.
Well, maybe. They held Ohtani hitless all weekend.
No, but down.
JoJo's strikeout of him on Saturday, place went bananas. Real energy in the building after that.
Yeah, he's not hitting the way he did in the last couple of years. He's down to 246.
Yeah.
Should have had a hit, but J.J. Weatherholt stole it from
How
him.
did you do on that play? How about the double plays on Saturday?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Maybe it was because Tim was there, but the atmosphere at Busch Stadium yesterday was great. It felt like the old days with a full Busch. That's from Josh Bob Bill. And Doug, he shares a building in Tampa with Keisha Gray, friend of the show.
Well, it was kind of like the old days yesterday and Saturday and Friday, too. Friday's a pretty good crowd. I hope it comes back in a big way. I hope it's not just the Dodgers. But I think it will. It's got to be competitive, and now it looks like they are.
Brewers are here tonight, Doug.
You know?
Going back? Case meat?
No more cased meat.
Yeah. I think in a way it's like the team has looked good against some maybe subpar teams, and so it gets people excited. And then when you see them take 2 or 3 over by far the best team in baseball, it's like, okay, this team can actually compete. And that changes things, I think, for fans in their mind.
Yeah, I think so.
Is it too early to say, because you don't want to be a simp here and say, oh, this guy, they got a chance? Because you just...
Who is that an impression of?
Just gullible fan guy. Got a foam finger. Oh, I think this club could contend. And you're like, it's early May. Let's not, I just don't think we can go there yet. But it's exciting that they're playing good ball.
It's going to be hard to hang with the Cubs. The Cubs look really good to me.
There's the wet blanket. I was just about to be gullible guy.
Well, it's going to be hard to hang with him, though. They got a really solid lineup and some really good starting pitchers. They won 5 in a row at the moment.
Hey, we're better than Chicago.
Well, I hope so.
Well, it's not really fair. They're trying to win, Doug. That's not fair.
That would be my pick right now is the Central Division team to beat.
What else is there to do in this landlocked town in the summer? Where's the damn beach? Bah!
Oh.
Doug, that's Sharon and Clayton.
Hey.
Martin, if you're looking for wet blankets, they're arriving by the dozens.
I just wanted to be gullible fan for one segment.
Okay, well, you can still contend.
Caller Ellen,
Look at
because
me, I work out.
This is a female-dominated audience, always has been. Caller Ellen says, the difference to me is that this team never seems out of it. The last few years, as soon as the opposition got the lead, it felt like the game was over. Now it feels like the Cardinals could make a comeback at any time. I love this team.
Oh.
Caller Ellen.
How about that? No wet blanket there.
No.
And I think Jordan Walker's starting to hit again. That because I felt
about
like
that?
I felt like that was about to go off the cliff, and all of a sudden, here we go.
So did I. I did as well.
4 hits on Friday.
Yeah, he hit the ball hard
Home
all
run
weekend.
on Saturday.
Even his outs and his foul balls were hit well.
I thought that ball off the bat, I believe it was in the first inning, first pitch, yesterday, was yard work. I thought that was gone, but caught, I think, on the track. That's right. I mean, that's super encouraging because I also, Martin, thought that might be falling off the cliff.
Yeah. That was right in front of me. I was in the bleachers, of course, because I'm a meat and potatoes guy.
What are you trying to say?
But I realize if you're choosing between the bleachers, you got left field, right field, always choose left field.
Oh, what's the
Away from
reason?
the sun.
Right field, you can't see the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Scoreboard's right behind you.
And you're looking into the sun. If it's
In a night game, yeah.
yeah.
It wasn't bad during the day.
Right.
Did you chant right field sucks?
I didn't know. But every time there's an ABS challenge or something on the scoreboard, you can't see it.
Well, that is a bad beat.
Yeah, you either need the neck of an owl or a rearview mirror on your head. So that's my tip for going to the game. Left field bleachers over the right field bleachers.
Papers, that used to be a big thing. Left field would chant right field sucks. Then right field would chant left field sucks. Bleachers. It was a whole thing.
Wow.
But it was a little more obvious. Now they just kind of all blend together, wasn't it?
Yeah. Friday night in the bleachers, I sat down. The guy right next to me says, "Oh, I'm a listener. My name is Pink Pony Doug."
Well, that's really awkward since you're Doug.
Yeah.
And that was Pink Pony Doug.
Pink Pony Doug. Yeah.
Was she beautiful?
It was a fella.
I don't
It was a
understand.
gentleman. Gentleman.
Chairman Kurt is in the Michelob Ultra YouTube chat, and he points out, with his Navy cap avatar, Cards only have to play .392 ball from here on out for the over on win total to cash. If you didn't trail Tim, that's on you. That's from Chairman Kurt Doug
bit of a lemming
in the
play.
Michelob Ultra YouTube chat.
Okay.
Chairman Steve, I know, did trail me. And I'm sure millions of other St. Louisans did as well.
I'm in on it.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh, God
I
bless.
got a little taste on
They need another 50 wins to beat that. 69 wins, wasn't that the over-under?
68 and a half.
68 and a half.
Okay.
No.
49 more wins would do it.
On pace. On pace, Martin.
Oh,
Martin,
yeah.
watch this. At this pace.
It's kind of unbelievable that the Rockies aren't terrible. The White Sox are not terrible. Things have shifted a little bit.
But the Mets are.
The Mets are, and the Phillies still kind of are.
You think the Mets about to break them off something proper like in Denver, though, huh?
Break him off something proper like in Denver. Bruh.
No. I said,
I don't know.
They're
I don't
about to
know.
mount that
They gotta be
Sunday
better.
charge.
They got to be better than what the rest.
10 games under 500, and nobody in baseball has fewer wins than the New York Mets, and nobody in baseball has a higher payroll than the New York Mets.
Serves
Hello,
them
everybody.
right.
Serves them right.
They are not meat and potatoes players.
A lot of Dodger fans in the ballpark.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
You think that? What do you think that's about?
I think that is about people within a 4-hour radius who are fans of the Dodgers because they've been this kind of juggernaut for a good long while now. And they travel, like the people sitting next to us Saturday, Dodger fans from Jeff City, and drove in for the whole weekend for it. I think
No
there's a decent
affiliation
amount
to
of that.
California. L.A. didn't move here.
I think they
That's
said
not
that
just angry Kansas City fan who will cheer against whoever a St. Louis team is playing, even though we have cucked for the Chiefs.
did not notice that. Have noticed the cucking for the Chiefs. But I think the person said like their family's from L.A., but they've moved
There's
to Jeff
some
City.
connection here.
Yeah. But I think it's just such a big national brand. I think you see the same thing when the Yankees come to town.
I would guess wherever the Dodgers play, there's a large percentage of people showing up.
Cardinals travel pretty well, too, actually. You guys ever been to a road trip for the Cardinal game just as a fan?
Sure, of course.
I never really have, I guess. Well, maybe once. I went to Chicago once.
Let's see.
Years ago.
Yeah, Wrigley for sure.
Yeah, my bachelor party.
Yeah.
Rooftop.
Nationals. Went to D.C. Went to that RFK.
Same.
Really?
So did I.
I want to say I've seen that.
That was like the oldest,
Cards,
that was like the
Dodgers.
strangest baseball stadium I've ever been inside of. It was giant.
I went to
Old
Shea
beat-up
Stadium
football.
as a fan.
Yeah.
Rich Gould said it reminded him of a toilet bowl.
Oh.
I've also been to Shea Stadium. Not great.
Beautiful. Aesthetically pleasing.
Caught a foul ball from David Wright.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm.
Barehanded, line drive?
Hit off my cousin's arm and I stole it.
Hey, a win's a win.
Yeah,
He took the shot and you
she
got
did.
You let it hit your female cousin.
Did you duck?
And then you
Did
picked
you
it
hide
up.
behind her? Now I'm starting to picture this. Foul ball is coming. And you hop behind your female cousin. Hits her.
Yeah.
She winces in pain. You grab the
I
ball.
still caught off it never hit the ground, but yeah, it hit her in the arm. Heads up. David Wright's
You
up.
offer her the ball?
No. Kidding me?
No.
It was mine. I was taking it back home to the Midwest. That was a win for us.
Oh.
My wife is from Los Angeles, Fuller Seminary, then Pepperdine. Church girls are crazy freaks. Doug, that's from the recovering alcoholic from Belleville and Webster Groves. That Pepperdine, we all could have gone there.
Yeah.
Chose to stay in the Midwest.
Right
Pretty
there
sweet.
in Malibu.
Yeah. Just overlooking the ocean.
Yeah, but they don't have a great journalism school.
It's a little hilly. You got to be ready to walk some hills. That's why I chose Mizzou.
All of the
Flat.
landscape. of
Pretty much
Columbia.
flat.
Many are gathered already in that Michelob Ultra YouTube chat. Talk it over. Subscribe to the channel. 6,840 have. And that's where you will find us from 7 to 11. Then we'll be on with After the Morning After, Mondays through Thursdays.
That show's still on?
We made it a week. I thought they were going to cancel us. But we'll go into week 2 starting at 11 o'clock today with the great Ken Iggy Strode. That is from 11 to noon, and that's in the TMA podcast feed as well, so subscribe to the TMA podcast. Here on our Polos Plus dossier, we'll have the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day coming your way at 9:45. Email in the morning after at InsideSTL.com. That is the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. Design Air is online at DesignAirService.com, and you can sign up for their service plan right now at DesignAirService.com. Do what Martin, Doug, and myself have done. Become clients of Design Air. And with that service plan, it's now out of sight, out of mind, because Design Air contacts you to come over and tune up the air conditioning for the warm weather months. And then when the fall arrives, they come over to make sure your furnace is ready to go for the cold weather months. And now you have peace of mind with the great Seth Goldcamp and his team at Design Air Heating and Cooling, online at DesignAirService.com. The program is called TMA. It's presented to you by Brown and Crouppen, live from the Stiefel Studios on 101 ESPN.
The American Hockey League Calder Cup playoffs can be heard exclusively on 101 ESPN. Tune in tomorrow for Game 3 of the Atlantic Division semifinals between the Springfield Thunderbirds and the Providence Bruins. Puck drops at 6:05 p.m. on your home of the Blues, 101 ESPN.
DraftKings at Casino Queen is getting social. Stop in and indulge in Bridgeway's daily social hour from 4 to 6 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday. 5 specialty cocktails and 5 chef-selected appetizers for just $5 each. You don't have to wait for the weekend to get social. Play, stay, and dine at DraftKings at Casino Queen. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, this is Eddie from the world-famous Fast Eddie's Bon Air in Alton, Illinois. I wanted to reach out and say Happy Mother's Day to all of our favorite mothers. Nothing better than seeing folks bring their mother in to Fast Eddie. I mean, what a compliment. Just think, it's such a great place that your mother loves it too. I mean, what other bar, tavern, saloon, gin joint can you take your mom that she's always asking you to take her right back? Heck, it's that kind of place. It's truly for everyone. Boy, is it fun, fun, fun. Everyone loves the live music, coldest beer in town, delicious eats like those succulent peel and eat shrimp, the world-famous Fast Eddie burger. Don't ever forget the Big Elwood on a stick. Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy. It's Mom's Day, but every day it's everyone's day at Fast Eddie's Bon Air. So if you're 21 and in the mood, and you know your mom is, come on over to Fast Eddie's Bon Air in Alton, Illinois. Man, bring your mom.
Open up your 101 mobile app for your shot to score tickets to Jamie Johnson, performing June 11th at Chesterfield Amphitheater. Get all the ticket details and enter to win those free tickets for Jamie Johnson right now at 101ESPN.com or on your 101 mobile app, powered by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers.
The Ning. The Giants and their offense. Well, that Tony Vitello is starting to catch some heat.
You know what I noticed on the old X the other night was Michael Wellington hopping in there and going after some Giants fans. He's a little close to the flame there. He's a Tony Vitello guy, and somebody was blasting a decision in the game against the Phillies. He pitched to Schwarber or whatever, and Wellington said, "Hey, Giants talk, you're better than this." The reason he did it was he is all in on it.
Yeah, it's not going real well out there. They got a real offensive situation going on with Doug, do you call them El Gigantes?
I don't usually. Just call them the Giants.
Mets own Tony Vitello. How about the fact the Canadiens goalie Jakob Dobesch went to DeSmet?
Fire up DeSmet.
Under the radar, and I was trying to figure out, I don't remember his story at all. He moved here from Czechia to live with Lubos Partechko. And I said to Doug in the break, that would have been 16, 17 years after Bartechko played for the Blues. I guess, still living here. And this kid came and lived with Lubos, went to DeSmet, and there he is, in net for Montreal.
Yeah, he's had a heck of a year, too.
And the Canadiens advanced last night by beating the Lightning. Did you see the statistic that stands out from that game?
Yes. Montreal had 9 shots on goal.
9 shots on goal, 2 of which got through, and that will send you to the Eastern Conference semifinals. How do you do?
Well, I'm fine, but they're upset in Tampa.
Well, they
Game
had a pretty
7
good
at
run.
home. Yeah.
Martin Saint-Lévy, head coach of L'Habitant, the video in the locker room following the game, a tribute to Margot Robbie's Wolf of Wall Street. Doug, take a listen.
Okay, I'd like to.
We're not leaving!
Well, you might recall that scene with Matthew McConaughey and Leonardo DiCaprio. They were having a little lunch.
I didn't really recall the scene,
Jeez.
but it must have been a
I guarantee it's been talked about on Movie Boy.
Pretty memorable scene.
Okay, but I didn't see it.
It was a big part of the reconnaissance.
Oh, gosh.
McConnaissance?
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey had a renaissance?
Yeah, True Detective, and then Wolf of Wall Street, Dallas Buyers Club, and all of a sudden he's back.
Reconnaissance.
Yeah, out of the
Okay.
rom-com jail.
Has he done anything lately?
Out
like
of the
last year?
rom-com jail.
I don't know on that. I don't know.
Whether he's done anything lately.
And he played the bongos naked? Or the drums?
Oh.
What?
I mean, he did.
I don't know. I missed that, too.
Jeez.
Just trying to figure out what the Canadians were doing.
Jeez. Here is Martin Saint-Lévy talking about the win and the locker room performance of the reconnaissance.
Okay.
Yeah, Marty, there's footage after the game of you running into the dressing room and pounding your chest in front of your players like that. And they're all screaming. Just, some of them were just the origins of that. And your players are saying, like, you have a special bond with them. Like, I don't know if Torts has ever done that, but we haven't seen any footage of it. And just... how you can sell the relationship you have with your players and what a special moment that was, because one of the most special moments you had in your career was just down the hall in the other dressing room.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you can't take the player out of me a little bit, right? And I try to, I don't try to be in the locker room a lot. Like, to me, this is their space, it's their team, it's not my team. I'm trying to steer them. But every now and then I've had moments with them, and I try to pick my spot. And obviously, like a night like tonight, I wanted to be with them, and we had some fun.
Off the crossbar there. So you now, Doug, your final 8 in the Stanley Cup playoffs are set. Buffalo going up against Montreal. By the time they play Game 1, Carolina and Philadelphia will have played 2. Hurricanes leading that series 1-0. The Avs and the Wild, as we mentioned in the opening segment here on the program, which may have been the lifetime roofing lead. Avalanche winning 9-6 last night. And then VGK will take on Joel Quenneville in the other Western Conference semifinal. The Blues' goal to get back there, and they took a step on Friday by signing Dylan Holloway to an extension. How do you do?
Well, I'm fine. Not as good as him. He's in really good shape. He's a cornerstone part of the franchise now, something they really had to do. It's nice that they did it. Got him in the fold there for a few years, build around him. He's still very young.
Yeah.
At the season-ending presser, Army said something about, well, we just need to see him play a full year. And I thought that was a sign that they may not do the old lock-up deal, but that changed. Certainly, down the stretch, those guys were so good. Snuggerud, Holloway, Thomas. You got the sense from both Montgomery and Armstrong they weren't quite sure how to read it, but I don't think you can look at that and say we can do better than that trio as a top line. I think that's another reason, like Thomas meshing with Holloway, meshing with Snuggerud. Another reason 18 is got to be back.
Holloway scored 22 goals this year, and he missed about 20 games. So figure he's at that pace. At this pace, he has scored in the high 20s. He's a good, solid player. He's a guy that you're going to want on your side for the next 5 years or so.
Yeah, the Oilers
got to be.
Oilers have to be thinking, what did we do here? They're monkeying around with the money, and the other player, they just got squeezed there, and all of a sudden Doug Armstrong just sniped him and said, we'll take Broberg, and we'll take Holloway, and you won't build a match.
Wow, Martin, they are not happy in Edmonton. Leon Draisaitl was super blunt after McDavid said that the organization took a step backward this year. Here is Leon Draisaitl regarding the Oilers missing the opportunity with McDavid.
In what world do you have the best player in the world on your team and you're not looking to win? Or you're like, and I know we're looking to win, but we need to be better. We have to be better. There's no way around it. We have to improve. And, he signed for 2 more years, and God knows where that goes, but we have 2 years here right now. As of right now, we have 2 years, and we have to get significantly better.
A brief message to Canadian media. Let's work on our microphones up there.
Wow.
You had in Montreal overmodulated to the nth degree. Damn near blew out my speakers when I was recording this morning. And then you give Draisaitl the Optimus Prime mic there. Not going to work. We got to do better.
That audio was recorded with a toaster. That's from the Maplewood Mud Muffler.
Yeah, you're preaching to the choir there.
You're really unhappy.
We can be better.
And
we can give McDavid a long-term contract, and we can get a real microphone in front of Leon Draisaitl.
Both things are possible.
Absolutely.
And was Draisaitl the one who got into it with the reporter, or was that
Sure
McDavid?
did. Give me a moment, Martin.
Yeah.
Because he can get...
I think that's what got So What'd Your Grandma Think going. No, it did not. I apologize.
Penny Hardaway.
Penny Hardaway. Was it a Magic soundbite or a Memphis soundbite?
Memphis.
The fact that he is making less than Kyrou is criminal. That's from Harrison's brother master.
Draisaitl's making less than Kyrou? Is that who they're talking about? Or Holloway?
I would imagine he's talking about Holloway.
Okay.
Draisaitl.
Would you like to expand on that? No. You can do that. You know everything. Why are you so pissy, Leon? Why are you so pissy?
I'm not. I'm just answering your...
Yeah, you are. Whenever I ask you a question.
I gave you an answer.
Not very good one.
I would like to know the nature of their relationship moving forward.
That is my favorite part of the whole clip. It's so condescending.
You shouldn't talk about Canadian media, Jackson. Every time there's a remote, the show's barely even on the air. That's from Harrison's brother Master.
Gosh.
And it looks like he is ready to go this Monday morning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but when it is on the air, it sounds good.
How about that? And I believe we will be doing a remote broadcast a week from Friday for the Dotem.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
What time are balls in the air?
Great question, Tim. It's a Friday, so we will not have after the morning after.
That's
I
right.
assume 10:30 or 10:30, right? Because last year we did it
11:30.
Well,
11:30 Eastern.
Central, Eastern.
last year we did it, I think, at 10:30.
I don't think he knows, Tim, is the answer. Which is fair. You don't have to know.
I crowdsourced. I crowdsourced
I'm
hard.
not sure.
What time is the Dotem? That's going to come
The
back.
guy's going to help us out.
And then it's going to say, what is the Dotem?
They may have free health care, but their audio-video equipment sucks. Stick to maple syrup, and we'll handle the capitalism, Doug. That's from Little Tommy
Gosh.
Tribbins.
I don't know that you can judge a whole nation based on one reporter not getting his microphone close enough to the interview subject.
But it does seem to be a thing, doesn't it, Jackson? The audio often coming from there.
That
is not
Montreal
good.
audio sounded terrible, too. It sounded like the reporter was asking the mic was in his esophagus.
Oh.
The Dotem tournament presented by 101 ESPN scheduled for Friday, May 15th, with events running from approximately 10:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. This is according to AI.
How about that?
10:30.
Artificial intelligence knows. We don't. AI does. That's great.
Maybe they can hold the whole tournament without us.
No.
I would think if it started at 11:30, then we could all start right when it begins. And it's over by, 4:30 or 5? Everybody eats and they're done by 6.
Donut Drive-In, Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, Texas Roadhouse, Cutwater.
Have Iggs come down. He and I will do you guys get out and hit him, and we'll just finish it out.
Nice.
I'll find out.
There's the answer, Doug.
Okay.
Now we've got our answer.
I'm on the official page here, and it's
The Dotem. The Dotem's official page, thedotem.com.
and it's not clear.
No, no.
Sorry.
Hey, Tim, just let me know when you want to do the Cadillac Championship recap. Daddy won some money this weekend. That's Doug's jockstrap, and I gather that's his thank you note to me. Doug, that is 3 straight winners on the spread zone for the first time ever. The spread zone's turning a profit. Oh, sure, we gave you Matthew Fitzpatrick at the Heritage. We gave you the Fitzpatrick brothers at the Zurich, and we gave you Cam Young this weekend for a sweat-free victory at Doral. Why, he tamed the Blue Monster, and it didn't matter that Scotty Scheffler finished in the penultimate position for his 3rd straight tournament. Have you ever seen anything like it for Scheffler?
Well, probably not.
There's your Cadillac, whatever the hell that thing was called that nobody showed up to, but it was a signature event. Congratulations to Cam Young. Ever since he got his roommate at Wake Forest reading putts for him, that guy's a wizard, huh?
Really? He made $3.6 million.
Nice hit. Nice hit.
They had cars standing on top of the lake there. Thought that was pretty cool.
Well, there's something under the car besides water.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, you sure about that?
Well, I'm pretty sure.
Talk Kentucky Derby!
Oh.
From the 618.
Okay.
The Puma didn't run.
Golden Tempo, was that the name of the horse? Gave him dead last place to win it?
Yeah, that actually, I was watching. That was something else. And you could see the charge coming, Doug. Out on the outside. How do you do?
First female trainer to ever win the Derby. It was fun. I watch horse racing for about 5 minutes every May, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Then I watch the Preakness. If the Derby winner's running, if they're not, then I'm not much interested in.
I love the NBC panel. They go from, horse racing guy, horse racing gal, and then it's Eddie Olczyk with his thoughts, because he's a huge horse racing fan, part of the NBC family. I also enjoy when the reporters on a horseback have to do interviews.
Yeah.
They don't teach you that. That's not a classically trained skill.
Did you ever have to cover the Derby?
Cover the Derby? No.
What's the weirdest sporting event you've ever covered?
I think I've said this. It was the Fox vehicle where Spanky Spangler and Robbie Kinnear were jumping over cars in Vegas. It was going to air. Joe Buck did the play-by-play, and it was airing on Fox, and we went out to cover it.
Nice.
Guy on a motorcycle jumping over some cars. Again, not classically trained for this.
No, certainly not.
But a free trip to Vegas.
I suppose you would need your doctorate in journalism to be able to conduct interviews on horseback.
That's correct. That is correct.
That's not just a
just getting a bachelor's.
degree.
It's
No.
not going to get you home. Mr. Licks has still not issued a statement regarding live golf. Doug, and you've described his silence as deafening.
I haven't really.
But he says Jackson's generation thinks Chalamet is their generation's DiCaprio. And I find that laughable and absolutely embarrassing because Chalamet doesn't hold a candle to Leo. Try again. That's from Mr. Licks.
Wow. The mental gymnastics is incredible there. Building upon a false premise, I believe. What that would be.
Seems like a lot of work to avoid the live topic.
Yeah, it does. It seems like he could just, the elephant sits, idly in this room and he could take care of it, but he refuses.
I think I saw online that a dollar trifecta paid $11,000. Some dum-dum like Sharon and Clayton blindly put $10 on 3, quote, cute names and went home with $110,000. That's from Beer Cats. Sharon and Clayton, the target of Beer Cats.
Swipe better out of nowhere.
Yep, that's exactly right. 100 on the Chalamet take. He's not even cute. Leo rules. That's Sharon and Clayton.
What the hell's going on?
Doug, great news. Michael Wellington is on the Callier and Thompson phone lines to talk about his Twitter tweets regarding Tony Vitello. It's always wonderful to talk it over with the great Michael Wellington. And Doug, did you see Bo Van Pelt's finish yesterday?
No.
He finished 21st.
Okay, I didn't see it.
Good morning. That's who Michael Caddy's for. Morning, Michael.
Hello.
Can you hear me okay? I got a new speakerphone.
Yeah, barely.
It's like a Canadian hockey press conference. Feel free.
Well, first of all, want to thank everybody at Hubbard and TMA for including Birdies for Bipolar and the Dotem.
It's Michael's charity, Doug. That's our charity partner this year. Birdies for Bipolar, the Dotem, a week from Friday.
Maybe Michael knows when the tea time is.
Are you still there?
No, he actually just dropped.
It was just a brief thank you. That's all it was. Lick, stop trying to deflect the live issue by glomming onto some white-haired, prepubescent radio coffee boy.
How did I take a stray there?
Worse than what's wacko.
How did I take a stray? Wellington's back.
Michael Wellington is back. We just had a sidetrack for the Horse and Woods wacko.
Yeah, a brief smashing of my skull.
Michael, you're back on 101 ESPN with Doug Vaughn.
That's on me, boys. That's my technology issues.
You sound good now.
Hello?
Martin.
We can't hear. Yes.
Martin, I heard you mention the tweeting and the situation. I mean, would you guys walk Schwarber to get the Harper?
I don't remember all the specifics. I only saw the tweet, but I enjoyed the fact that you said to the guy, "You're better than this."
Well, I've been following him, and he's pretty strong. He's usually very supportive, but he was questioning, pitching to Kyle Schwarber, and he didn't. I guess he didn't realize Harper was waiting in the on-deck circle.
Okay, and that was a big issue in San Francisco.
Have any of the Giant fans figured out that you're a little close to the flame here? Do you go back and forth often?
I don't know if they know or not. I mean, certainly I'm trying to support. I try to be reasonable, but those fans out there are a bit rabid.
I think a number of them didn't like the hire from the get-go, so the fact that they are struggling like they are gives those who were in that mindset from the beginning the license to go after him. That's my read on the situation. And some people around baseball who are like, oh, this will never work, going from Knoxville to the major leagues.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Whitey Herzog could help the corner infielders and the shortstop hit any better. I mean, they're all making over $20 million a year, and they're struggling to say the least. The pitching's been very good. To shift real quickly, I do want to admit that I need to eat some crow about Jordan Walker. Tip of the cap to him for doing whatever he did in the off season, and boy, he's having a heck of a year.
He is.
It's unbelievable what's going on.
Yeah. But, boy, you're right about the Giants struggling. Willie Adames had a big year last year. He's hitting $195. Rafael Devers, usually an all-star caliber player. He's done nothing.
I saw you picked him up on the waiver wire after the Plowhawk dropped him for Jake Irvin.
He's got to get better. Harrison Bader's hitting 115 in San Francisco. What's happening with the bats?
Yeah, I mean, I personally hope that Harrison Bader never sees the field for that team. I was never a huge believer in him when he was a Cardinal. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of a gong show with the hitting. Devers, the first baseman, is I think he might statistically be the worst hitter in baseball for guys that start games or they play a lot of games. So, yeah, I don't know. I think they might bring up Bryce Eldridge, maybe put him in the DH slot. But, yeah, they just need some hitting. The pitching's been pretty strong overall. Bullpen been better than expected. So we'll obviously monitor and see what happens.
You get free tickets when you go out there and free parking?
I did go to some spring training games. That was cool. I went to Tony's first win against the Padres in San Diego. That was cool. Yes, tickets are gratis, and parking you got to find on your own, though.
Oh, no.
That'll keep Doug from going.
Gosh, that's tough.
Yeah, especially in
that's
that, especially in that area. What is on the itinerary this week for the PGA Tour champions?
Well, you guys catch me driving from Baton Rouge, Louisiana to Houston. We play at the Woodlands in Woodlands Country Club tournament course and just north of Houston. And it's the Insperity Championship. You may know that Tiger Woods is sponsored by Insperity now. We were hoping to have him in the field, but apparently we will not have him in the field.
That'd be a big surprise if he showed up, wouldn't it?
I think so. I think it's a 90-day plus kind of situation.
What's that route? Baton Rouge to Houston. You going through the bayou? What's it, about 4 or 5 hours?
Bingo. Yeah, it's like 4.5 straight down I-10. Very easy drive. Had to get out of Baton Rouge early because traffic there is an absolute circus.
Your guy's going to win, isn't he? He's going to win at some point, is what I mean.
Yeah, I think he can win, man. This guy is just loaded with talent. He is probably, I'd put him up as the longest hitter on this tour. I know the stats may have him like third or fourth, but I mean, every once in a while he'll just hit one that goes like 310 in the air and kind of averages around 295 in the air with no adrenaline on the driving range with the track. Man, Timmy, I know you like those numbers.
Yeah, I'm dialed in right now.
But, yeah, I mean, this guy's really, really talented. He's got that Oklahoma State golf background. It seems like a lot of guys that go to Oklahoma State are just they're just equipped to win. And, yeah, this guy's a great dude, Midwestern guy, plays out of Tulsa at Southern Hills. But, like, kind of a guy – this is all you need to know about Bo Van Pelt. When he was in late high school, early college – he dove into a Pearl Jam mosh pit at a concert and came out with his shirt ripped off. So he's my kind of guy.
How about that? That's Bo Van Pelt.
You're not related to Brad Van Pelt, is he?
What about Scott Van Pelt?
Alex.
Not related to, I don't know Brad, not related to Scott Van Pelt, but they are very friendly over the years.
Oh, I think Brad was a football player, right? Giants?
Can you ask Wellington about Nagel's new course record at Persimmon Woods? It's from Snoozy. Doug, we vanquished Chris Nagel, so I mean, if Nagel can do it, the 5 of us can do it.
Right.
What a day that was. What did he shoot over there?
I don't know. I just got a text from Snoozy who says he set a course record at Persimmon Woods recently.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if the guy gets going, he can shoot 59. I mean, that's how good he is.
You mentioned Tiger Woods a moment ago. You think he'll ever be back playing again at the highest level? You think we may have possibly seen the last of him as a competitor?
I mean, you may have seen the last of him on the regular tour because, I mean, unless maybe the Masters, he'll probably play the Masters again. But I don't think he wants what's going on right now to be the final chapter, but I don't know. I mean, you know, there's a couple guys that are close to him. One that I heard a conversation. His nickname is Boom Boom. I won't use any names, but
right.
He wasn't sure if we ever see him again.
Wow.
Which is sad because, you know, on the common sense level, you know, you wonder how he keeps getting into a car, but I mean that just tells you how aggressive addiction is. You know, when you get down to it, I mean, nobody's immune to it if it gets you hooked. And I just hope he can clean it up and somehow piece together that body and come back out and play in the Masters again. It'd be really cool. And then if he can come out here and, you know, see some of these old guys that he used to play with, I think that'd be good for him. But, you know, he's a unique cat, and it's going to be wild to think that maybe we won't see him again. I'm not really sure.
Maybe we'll see him at the Stiefel here in St. Louis, Doug.
Or at the Dotem.
Or at the Dotem. It'd be wonderful if he showed up at the Dotem.
If we only knew what time
the tee-off was, then Tiger
would show up.
Fly back in from Switzerland. Michael, always wonderful to hear from you. Thank you so much for calling in, and good luck to you and Bo Van Pelt this week at the Woodlands.
Boys, thanks for helping me stay awake on this drive, and have a great week.
Right back at you, brother. That's Michael Wellington, Doug, occasional co-host here on The Morning After, and caddy for Bo Van Pelt, caddied in the U.S. Open with Chris Nagel, who, according to Snoozy, set the course record at Persimmon Woods recently.
I've got a text out to confirm
63.
Oh, 63.
63 is what Snoozy is saying. And Chris Nagel, I would imagine, wants a rematch with us. So, you know, just let us know when and where.
Yeah.
And
our games are always kept at a very high level.
Yeah. Assuming it's St. Louis Country Club, kind of where Jackson, it's in his deal. That's the only place he plays.
I don't blame him.
You're welcome to get involved. 314-399-9646. That's how you can text into this program. Or you can call in like Michael Wellington did, 314-974-0101. Open up your YouTube app, subscribe to the TMA channel, and you can talk it over with Scorsy, Walrus King, and Too Fat to Kayak and the Michelob Ultra. YouTube chat. The program is called The Morning After. It's presented to you by Brown and Crouppen on 101 ESPN.
A happy place comes in many colors. Whatever your color, bring happiness home with CertaPro Painters and make your happy place your home. CertaPro Painters, that's painting happy. During our spring sales event, get 10% off any home painting project, $2,500 or more. When you
In the market for a new vehicle, head to AutoLoanPro.com. Doesn't matter what the situation, what your circumstance, they guarantee they'll get you the best rate possible, and they can do that because they work with over 50 different lenders. They've got a great selection of cars on the site, and they'll make sure you can do it for little or no money down. That's what they're all about at Auto Loan Pro. Financing a car gets a little different, all difficult sometimes, or different. All you need to know is to choose the pro. That's Auto Loan Pro. Part of the Lita family. Great website with the cars on there as well as that free playbook, something they put together for you to understand better how the credit industry works. So they're going to help you fix your credit and also get you into a new vehicle. AutoLoanPro.com. It's all right there, the cars, the information, the playbook, so you can get that car no matter what that situation. Don't get stressed out about it. Pick out the car online, get the financing, all of it one spot, AutoLoanPro.com.
This is Jackson with a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. Got some NBA playoff action right here on 101 ESPN tonight. Knicks and 76ers, Game 1. Pre-game at 6:30, tip-off at 7. That was another Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
Ba-da, ba-da. Ba-da, ba-da.
Jazz flute. This is what should be playing at Busch Stadium right as the Cardinals win and walk off the field.
Didn't you hear Chip Carey? Play Skinnerd.
Is that what he said?
That's right. That's right.
I'd play this.
All right. Guess we can put out a Gallup poll.
Okay.
It's TMA 101 ESPN. We are in the Healthcare Evolution 7 o'clock hour here on the morning after, a program that welcomes you to participate by texting into the Air Comfort Service. Text inbox 314-399-9646. If you do not have a name in the text inbox, now through Friday's program, Jackson will update it, and that increases your chances of being read exponentially. 314-399-9646. You are also welcome to call in to our Callier and Thompson phone lines at 314-974-0101. And, of course, open up your YouTube app, type in TMASTL, subscribe to the channel, and then know about 300 friends are in there talking it over right now in the Michelob Ultra YouTube chat. If you want real answers to an injury and same-day pain relief, Healthcare Evolution delivers those real answers and same-day pain relief for most of your medical issues. No waiting on appointments, no waiting on answers, no insurance hassles. Healthcare Evolution will give you real answers and same-day pain relief on the spot. Get rid of those nagging injuries. Now that the weather has warmed up, you want to be outside and enjoying yourself with friends and family, go to healthcare-evolution.com. Are you trying to avoid surgery? Healthcare Evolution is an option before going to surgery. And for the month of May only, TMA listeners get a 10% discount on any knee issues. If you have knee pain from sore tendons like jumper's knee, pain inside the knee, worn out knee joints from arthritis, or torn knee cartilage, Healthcare Evolution can get you back in the game. In simpler terms, if your knee hurts, swells, or is hard to move, see who I see for my medical issues with my shoulder, Healthcare Evolution. Go to healthcare-evolution.com and see firsthand the same benefits I've received from Healthcare Evolution. Don't forget, TMA listeners get 10% off all knee issues this month, only healthcare-evolution.com. The Cardinals with big crowds this weekend and 2 wins against the defending world champion Los Angeles Dodgers. The crowd, a topic with a variety of Cardinals, including the manager, and Ali Marmol talking about his appreciation for the fans coming back.
One, I appreciate it. The players appreciate it. Because they feed off of that, and it was a really, really good environment. And we said it before, man, you can't just ask them to come out. You have to play a certain way where you earn it. You earn them coming back into the stadium, and I think our style of play has been consistent. This city is used to seeing a certain style of baseball, and you got to be clean defensively. You got to run the bases hard. You got to play the game all 9. I feel like our young dudes are doing exactly that. So I'm proud of our group for the way they're going about it, and I appreciate people showing up the way they have over the last couple homestands. It's been a lot of fun.
By Snack, 36,000 yesterday at the ball yard.
That's nice. I think it's as simple as you just have to win. We've seen Cardinal teams that ran and hit and run and bunt and stole bases. We saw them excite the fan base, and we saw Cardinal teams that relied on the home runs, and we saw one rely on a superstar player here. If you just win, they'll be there. I'm not sure the style of play makes that big a difference. Just have a good competitive team, and that'll do it.
I think familiarity, too. You know who Wynn is. These guys have been around a little bit. Burleson, you get to know him a little bit as a player. Walker, you've been waiting for this to happen. I mean, that again, that can't be overstated, him getting off to this kind of start. But I think they kind of know the core, and then they've heard a lot about Weatherholt. It's like a Cardinal. It's not a bunch of pieces just got thrown together randomly. I think at this point you kind of know the group a little bit, and just winning against teams like the Dodgers gives you hope. Although I think one of the years they were really bad, the last couple of years, didn't they sweep the Dodgers? They had a winning record against LA, so maybe it's not always a barometer. But I think, fans have bought in early this season. It's not even summer. My thought was just get to June and be around 500, and you got a chance to get people re-engaged. But I'll tell you, our guy McGreevy, every time out, he gives you a very winnable start. And he wasn't even happy with his performance that night. Saw him with Rosenthal. I was like, it was okay.
Yeah, here is McGreevy talking it over with Ken Rosenthal following his start. I just saw you shake your head.
We don't have it.
I thought I saw it in the I apologize.
Okay, baby.
Scramble.
I thought I saw Ken Rosenthal and McGreevy. I apologize. Oh, Ali Marmol speaking with Ken.
I got McGreevy.
Okay,
right
here you go.
Right.
Ken Rosenthal has McGreevy. Thanks, Joe. Michael, 6 scoreless innings. What did you think?
I thought it was okay. I mean, I'm grateful to put the team in a good position to win right there, six shutty. But, from the get-go, my body just felt kind of okay, and I know I had to fight through some things. And when I feel like that, waking up feeling a little slow, body doesn't feel all that right, I would just chop it down to, hey, you have one job, is just to execute pitches.
Your defense behind you turned 4 double plays. You started one of them. What is it like for you as a pitcher, Michael, with a defense like that on the field?
Yeah, I mean, the year I got drafted, I think that's the year the Cardinals won 6 Gold Gloves, and so I came into the organization thinking, sweet, I'm already a ground ball guy. There's going to be a lot of outs being made, and today, I mean, the defense on display was just unbelievable.
On the mound, you're talking to yourself. What are you saying?
Sorry, what?
On the mound, you're talking to yourself. We can see you talking to yourself. What are you saying?
Nothing that I can say on air, that's for sure. A lot of just angry words at myself, trying to get myself back in there, especially days where I don't feel the best, just want to get back in the zone.
Michael, it worked out pretty well. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
There it is. Sorry, Papers.
You're good.
I've never seen you that angry in 5.5 years.
But you did have a McGreevy shot listed.
Yes.
Clip.
But it was just not that one. Marmol with Rosenthal
It's all good.
on Jordan Walker.
It's easy for me to find. When some like Fox does a game and they're out there putting clips up, really easy to find. Sometimes some other clips are hard. Fox is easy.
McGreevy is the dude. Smart, talented, a leader, representing the team with the union. I love this kid. He's baby Waino. That's from Lisa. Maybe she's getting back on board with the Cardinals. She doesn't like Ollie Martin, but maybe she's on board with McGreevy.
You pitch the contact guy, and you have a real good defense behind you, and that changeup he throws is nasty.
Yeah, and he's very humble because he pitched a great 6 innings against one of the best lineups in baseball.
Yeah.
I guess he didn't want to go on national TV and say, yeah, boy, I was really dealing out there tonight. He's very humble, but he was dealing out there.
What about falling behind Ohtani 3-0, and then he comes back and then gets him with the swinging strike on the changeup at the knees? Yeah. How do you do?
Well, I'm fine. And they darn near blew that game in the 9th.
Yeah, that was rough.
Jeez, you see that?
But Mason went and booted it.
Yeah, it was one after the next. Little squivers and a ball Weatherholt almost caught, a line drive almost caught.
Yeah.
They came one more hit away from, oh my God, how did that get away? But survived it.
McGreevy has the composure and makeup to be a star. Some athletes just have the it factor. That's from the Hoosier Trojan Horse. Guys, if you read his lips, he was saying to himself that Tim is great. That's from Eric in the Central West End. That's the first I've heard of that.
No, he didn't say that.
He could have been able to weave in a little TMA during that interview with Rosenthal.
Would have been nice. Would have been the right thing to do.
He did tell us on this show that he hated the Dodgers.
Yeah, he's a San Diego
guy. And then he's going to start Thursday night against the Padres out there. Good for him. What a 1-2 for him. Dodgers, the team he grew up hating, beats them at home. And the Padres, his team, now he's going to be facing them Thursday night.
Is he the ace now? Would you say he's a Cardinal ace? You started a playoff series and you could pick anybody to start the first game. Would he be the guy? I think he probably would be.
If the playoffs were tomorrow, I would pick McGreevy to start the first
I think
game.
so, yeah.
You go McGreevy, May, and then what?
And Livator, I guess.
Yeah.
Palante's pitched well.
Yeah,
I know that's not a popular take. I love everything about McGreevy except he will not listen to me on this marriage thing. At least go through the road season twice before engagement. Jesus. It's from Chairman Steve. Doug, he's over in Des Moines, and Wedding Tackle doesn't like that he lists that he's from Des Moines, and they're now at war over that.
So he's saying spend 2 years on the road not being married or engaged or anything else. Huh.
Well, we'll address it the next time he calls in. We'll address it.
Yeah.
I feel like Wednesday's live because that's a day game, and they're traveling out that night. Pitch is Thursday.
And you're going to ask the question, will you drop your fiance?
What you do, Doug, is you couch and say, hey, I don't want to ask you this, and I would never bring this up, but we're getting a lot of text about it.
Okay.
And then when he says, well, what's a lot of text? Well, this one guy.
Yeah, Chairman Steve, Des Moines. I was at the game on Saturday night, and it was awesome. Fans were engaged. Fans were loud, stuck around to see the last out. That's from Waterboy. It was a pony. It was packed.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. I mean, I've been to 3 games already this year with my family, and it's amazing to see the progression crowd-wise from what was the second game of the year, a beautiful Saturday afternoon against the Rays, to last weekend against the Mariners. I was there for that Saturday game, and then yesterday. It's something else. People want to be back on board. And I get it. I do agree that overall, you win, people show up. But I don't know how many messages, whether it be emails for QFTA, texts into this show, DMs, texts with friends, in group chats, people like the team. And so, yeah, I mean, last year, I don't know how many people are even aware of it, but the team was, 9 games over 500 at one point in late May-ish. And, there were some crowds. There was a 37,000 crowd when they were taking on Arizona in late May last year. But I get the sense that people are buying in because of the manner with which they play, and also the feeling that even when they're down, they're not out because of the comebacks. There's some likability, there's some personality, and also I think because you don't have, whether it be a veteran presence that just by the mere presence causes people to be uncomfortable, or the ignorance that comes with youth and nobody really having made generational wealth yet, that there's a fun element to it that makes them relatable to the fan base, and that is refreshing because that isn't what you've seen recently. I think that contributes.
Do you think it just had gotten stale? It felt stale. And now it feels fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're easy to root for. Jordan Walker's almost to the point where you have to stop what you're doing to watch him bat. If you're at home or something, you got the TV on in the background. At least I am.
Yeah, and you noticed yesterday that the crowd, the applause each time he's announced. Yeah. He's got that cachet now, which is also a monster development that was not around on opening day, and it really wasn't around until things got going in the second week of the season.
Yeah,
he's hitting 6th or 7th to start the season.
I'm not sure I've ever seen a shortstop throw the ball any harder than Mason Wynn.
I agree. It's not really a tiny thing, because that's one of the reasons why they got that double play on Saturday night.
Yeah.
But how many people are monitoring the arm strength of a shortstop with their velocity? But my God, is that something to behold?
He's got to be throwing at 100 miles an hour. Mm-hmm. And they had 3 or 4 double plays again yesterday, too.
Yeah.
And a lot of that is him making the turn there. When you think they've got no chance on a double play at that, well, maybe they do, the way he throws the ball.
Chairman Steve is St. Louis's version of George Costanza. That's from the Lone Ranger sidekick. What does that mean?
I don't see that at all.
What does it mean?
George Costanza, famously single. Chairman Steve, married with children.
And grandchildren.
Gainfully employed.
Tim, I'm back because Bowtie is gone. This team is fun to watch. That's from the 314. Right above it, Gary Pinkel's cell phone etiquette. I think the Mo resentment is real, too. People just wouldn't support this team with him around. So we didn't even bring up John Mozeliak, but back-to-back text referenced him.
Now, you think that Mozeliak looks at the team and says, this is great. We're finally putting it together. Or he looks at it and says, oh, boy, they waited until I was gone to catch fire. How do you think he would look
and if
at
I
it?
were him, I wonder how much He still lives here, so you're very aware, I'm sure, of how they're doing. But how often do you watch? And I guess you could argue, well, I was here when we traded for O'Brien. I was here when we drafted Walker. But
this is still largely the team that he built outside of Dustin May, I guess. Everyone
Back
else,
it up a bit.
Everybody else
Don't really care.
All right. Everybody else who plays was acquired really by Mozeliak.
You know, one of the things that I think is important with regard to that conversation, because I saw Brandon Kiley asking that question over the weekend, regard to credit for where things are. And listen, I hope that they wind up being a great team. It would really surprise me if they're a great team. That's different than a good or a team that's hovering around 80 wins. Is how much credit do you give to John Mozeliak? And I think with regard to the conversation, one thing that's important when we have this is I'm talking about, I think others feel this way too, but that it's fun to watch a young team that has a belief and doesn't stop and is not content. And you can't argue or you can't ignore, I suppose, when people have an absurd amount of money that some get satisfied. I remember Tony La Russa specifically called out Fernando Tatis on that years and years ago after he signed an extension, and the following year after that they traded him to Montreal because they saw he was good and he was done working. These guys don't have that. I suppose May does, but not many do on the team. Mozeliak was trying to trade Contreras, Gray, and Arenado. They just wouldn't go. Now, you can also say, well, he's the one who gave them those deals that then precluded him from trading them. But just from the purpose of what the intent was, he was trying to trade those guys, and therefore the page could have been turned a year earlier, and I think the Cardinals would have enjoyed it had that happened, but those guys did not want to go, or in the case of Arenado, did and then decided against it after the Tucker trade. But that is a portion of the conversation that I think is important to include when we're talking about the context of it with Mozeliak.
Yeah, I think the Arenado nixing the Houston deal was a huge domino that didn't fall, and then they were really stuck. Now, you still would have had Gray and Contreras. Would they have been willing to move at the deadline? I don't know, but the Arenado piece was something they were really focused on. I mean, I think he even said that's our first priority, our second priority, our third priority. Both sides kind of wanted it, and when he nixed that deal, I really think in hindsight, he would take it in a heartbeat because I think he thought he was going to have a better offer. Didn't happen. Nonetheless, the whole point of it being fresh, I think Heim's messaging has been good. People have appreciated every time he talks and tries to be as candid as he can be. And then some of the younger guys are simply just doing better. And maybe that's something internal, too. Maybe there's, granted, your coaching is largely the same. They've tweaked some of the assistants here and there. Lower in the system, they've got a lot of new coaches, but here you still have the same staff. So you would wonder, how did Walker get unlocked if this continues? What changed for him? What did they do internally that maybe, is that something Heim's team came in and figured out? That's what I would love to know.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking to see here what kind of year Arenado's having. 5 homers, 17 RBIs, hitting .275.
He went off last week.
He had one really hot stretch, I think. Started terrible.
Gray should be coming off the IL in Boston. Contreras is one of their better hitters for a team that is the source of great consternation up in New England.
Yeah.
Last place in the American League East.
So those guys have performed a little bit better in their new spots than they have here. Can't count Gray.
Suck it, Doug.
Okay, sorry, baseball.
I wonder how many fans feel like they were born into success as Cardinal fans and now with the reset feel like they have the opportunity to witness their own version of success. Doug, that's from the 210 texter.
Born into success.
Born into success. Jackson, for example.
Yeah. Who started on third base and thinks he hit a triple.
Horton Watkins,
okay.
Man. Horton Watkins.
Is this right here? This is the triple.
A guy running a board on Sports Talk Radio wearing the WNBA's Valkyries
I woke
hat.
up an hour before the sun rose, and this is the triple.
That's right. This is it, Doug. This is what everybody at Burroughs, MICDS, and Horton Watkins wants, and he got it.
Snooty elitist.
When you're driving in at 4 a.m., do you quote that Harbaugh dad? Who's got it better than this guy? Huh?
Yep.
This is the triple. I think the segment will be called, so this is the triple.
Hey, guys, what was the crowd like at the ball game this weekend? Were the fans in the stands clapping their hands? Thanks. That's from Big Tuft.
Yes.
Fans in the stands clapping their hands. Nice.
Okay.
Yes, they were.
Yeah,
How about the wave? Anybody see a wave?
Oh, yeah.
I did.
The wave came through yesterday.
All right.
I had a guy behind. We were sitting in the.
You had the wave starter here yet?
No, sitting in the right field stands. It was pretty much like behind the bullpen, and the guy behind me the entire night just screaming at Kyle Tucker, like deep voice, yelling as hard as he could at Kyle Tucker. Just like he's like, if he just turns around once, I'll stop. I'm like, this guy is making $60 million this year. He's probably played in 1,000 Major League Baseball games. You think this is the first time he's ever been heckled, and you really think he's going to turn around and say something to, it was so annoying.
What was the theme?
Annoying.
Was he say you're overpaid?
Yeah,
you shouldn't have left the Cubs back.
Yeah, really loud. And it's like, oh my God, dude, so embarrassing.
I wonder if that impacted Tucker's play this weekend.
Yeah, he's like, oh no, some big fellow with a goatee is screaming at me.
Now, hold on a second. Why did the goatee just take a right there?
It was chunky.
Why did the gentleman's size and goatee have anything to do with his messaging to Kyle Tucker, who probably didn't sleep well last night after
Right, that's the thing. It's like one thing to do it a couple of times, to do it every single time.
And what did you turn around and say to him, boy?
I didn't say a damn thing. I'm not going to get into this.
What did Private Citizen Pete say then?
Everyone's like, this guy's embarrassing himself.
What about the beautiful woman he was with?
No, it was all dudes. It was a row of 6 gentlemen.
That is hot.
It was a row of 6 gentlemen.
That seemed like a lousy way to spend your night.
100%.
To buy a ticket and just scream at somebody the whole time.
Yeah, again, like it's one thing, I don't know. Kyle Tucker, the guy has made out like an absolute bandit.
Yeah. And done nothing this year.
No, he's really not.
He's on third.
Yeah, but he's making $60 million.
Hell hath no fury like a drunk fat in the bleachers. That's from Sharon and Clayton. Doesn't sound like she enjoys it.
That's the truth right there.
So you are in an alliance with Sharon.
And on this take, yeah. It's just that I agree with Doug. It's what a way to spend your evening.
Yeah, it's just, what joy do you get out of that?
And it's one thing if you're like saying funny things, but like saying like, you're a slow pitch softball player.
Oh, sick.
Right. It's like sick. Yeah. Slow pitch softball player makes $60 million this year.
I guarantee you the heckler was wearing a 30A T-shirt. That's from the Hunchback of Vaughn Castle.
No.
Sounds a little fancy for your guy.
I've often said it, but it was more in the line of last year's shorts and this year's ass.
Is that an original?
No. God, no.
Last year's shorts, this year's ass. I think I would have been tempted to just say, I don't know if he's hearing you. I think he gets the message. I think I'd have to it's ruining your experience, was it not?
Not ruining it. It's just like you feel bad. You're like, man, you are now the guy. And little did he know that little Jackie Papers was in front of him, ready to relay this.
Yeah, and tell everybody on Monday
Wish he
morning.
would call in right now.
Yeah, call in.
I'm that goateed big fella you're talking about.
He seems like a nice enough guy.
Oh, here we go. Okay, walk it back.
You're welcome to get involved as well, especially if you were the goateed big guy that was going after Kyle Tucker. And this was Saturday's game, Jackson?
Saturday's game.
Saturday evening at Busch Stadium. 314-974-0101. Callier and Thompson phone lines. If you like the hat that I am wearing, it is available at TMASTLshop.com. TMA merch there. And the Navy Caps on the Road shirt, we're hoping to get out to the market this week. If you like Jackson's hat, where can people get that Valkyries hat?
Probably New Era.
WNBA.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I got a Navy cap. Chairman Kurt, that's a New Era. Is that and that's snapback? I got one yesterday as we were leaving a ballpark.
Yeah, this is the New Era 5950 fitted.
Oh, it's fitted. You're fitted.
Yeah.
So you can't wear that backwards because then Jackson would be pissed at you.
Well, you squatted post dish, no?
Yeah. Did you just hear that sentence?
I did. He squatted post. That means catching.
So he's allowed to because he was a catcher.
Former catchers.
I'm grandfathered in.
Okay.
Any former catcher. Sell them at the park?
Yeah, the snapback.
Yeah, see,
so you have a fit. I thought you had the snapback. So we have the same hat, except I got the snapback, and it's really a good lid.
I
got it yesterday.
I have a not misshapen necessarily, but very large head, and it's the 59
in honor of Tim.
Yeah, the 5950.
You had a plastic, so you went to Nyack and said, "Mess with my skull."
Oh, did the pediatrician do that?
Chiseling your
Pediatrician got
scalp.
me and my mom's crack pipe.
Meet your heroes and have your head shaped like them, but it's hard to find hats that will fit this head, and the 5950 is one that.
What's the size on that?
Hold on.
This is a big moment because Doug fancies himself as an
7
8.
1/3.
7 3/4.
7 3/4.
Nice.
I've actually bought an 8 before.
Ooh, wow.
Have you?
Yeah.
Snowman.
I'm shocked that they sell them because they don't use them.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Isn't that a little weird?
Yeah.
Didn't Bruce Bochy have like 8 1/4?
Yeah, I think that's the record.
Enormous head, like
to
the
date.
grizzly bear's skull.
You're welcome to call in if you ran into Jackson in the bleachers on Saturday, 314-974-0101. The Fats can't afford 30A, Sharon. The only beach she's been to is Pontoon Beach. That's Pele Blanco.
Oh, God. Bruce Bochy's hat size was 8 1/4. Whew. That's huge.
Cats and dogs. Hey, the NHL draft lottery is tonight. Blues, Doug, any chance of a number 1 pick? Yes, 3%.
Oh.
Find that out.
Well, that's
at
something.
6 p.m. Chris Kerber is going to join us for his traditional Monday morning 8:15 hit here on 101 ESPN. Then coming up on the polosplus.com dossier at 9:45, the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today, the morning after, at InsideSTL.com. This is TMA 101 ESPN.
Hey, the calendar has turned to May. That means that Classic Air Care has some May specials for you. How about this? Get that air conditioner tuned up. We've been telling you about that for a while. $89 is the best way to make sure that professional preventive maintenance is a way to avoid breakdowns. You extend your system's lifespan and you keep your energy bills in check. You get a super tune-up for just $89 at Classic Air Care. They've also got no payment, no interest for 12 months, a whole year on a new HVAC system if it's time for that. And whether you need a new HVAC system or you're trying to maximize the life of your current system, Classic Air Care has you covered. Over 100 vans on the road. And how about this review? Brady was great, and he helped me understand why my filters weren't lasting long enough and getting clogged. I appreciated his knowledge and walked me through my issues and how to avoid future problems. That comes from Zach, and that's why they've got a 4.8 Google rating when it comes to customer service. It's Classic Air Care. Get online, book an appointment today. Get them in there to check your unit out. It's Classic Air Care. They've been making people comfortable since 1926.
Welcome back to the Morning After 101 ESPN, the TMA STL YouTube channel. Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Martin Kilcoyne with you. Jackson Burkett on the ones and twos. Chairman Kurt filtering phone calls and emails. Callier and Thompson sponsor the phone lines, 314-974-0101. You're also welcome to text in at 314-399-9646 and talk it over with other TMA listeners in the Michelob Ultra YouTube chat. 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbohydrates. Michelob Ultra, it's only worth it if you enjoy it. And the weather's been beautiful. Get on out with friends and family and enjoy. Michelob Ultra, sponsor of the YouTube chat. I need a little moment here. Chris Kerber's going to be with us momentarily. In the previous segment, I made a mistake. I said that the NHL draft lottery was tonight. In fact, I've been told that I was wrong. Now, the NHL is wrong for not doing what I say.
Yeah. It's not on you, for sure.
Thank you. But I'm going to take some time away. I've posted an apology on Twitter via the Notes app. And I'm going to take a little time away, and I'm going to come back better. As a sex addict, I know the challenges that we face and how that can impact correct information.
You're a victim as much as anything else.
Thank you. I was hoping that would come across because I didn't want to take responsibility. So, Doug, the draft lottery, that's tomorrow.
It's really Jackson's fault for not printing it.
I didn't thank you.
I mean, it should have been printed out ahead of the show.
Big copy. Big.
No, I know.
So the Blues have a 3% chance, Doug, of getting the number one pick, but we know this. Dylan Holloway is going to be around here as he signed that extension. And joining us right now to give us his perspective here on the Callier and Thompson phone lines, Chris Kerber joining us on 101 ESPN. Morning, Kerbs.
Good morning, fellas. How are you?
Wonderful. What did you think of the news regarding Dylan Holloway?
I liked it. You knew it was coming. I think last week we talked about kind of what the three big early off-season priorities would be, and that one was one of the quick ones. So, the one thing I really do like that the NHL is doing, guys, is in this new CBA, 8-year contracts are no longer on the board, and so that's a big thing. I love the term of a 5-year deal. Now, it takes until he's 29. He could walk at that point in time. If he wants, he'll have some trade protection at the back end of this deal. But the reality of it is it's manageable for both, and it gives both Dylan Holloway, if he stays healthy, a chance to really make another massive paycheck. And it doesn't have you locked in, to deals and terms and stuff that become somewhat prohibitive. So I like this for both sides, actually.
You said signing him was one of the priorities. What are some of the others?
Well, I think the other two, to me, kind of the early season, priorities is the assistant coaches and what direction they go with that. Then the other one is you guys were just talking about that draft lottery tomorrow. What's your draft strategy? Are you trying to do the unusual and maybe move up a little bit? Do you rank players that you think will be there at 11th or could be 12 or 13, depending on how the draft lottery goes? Could be first or second too, but. Let's say, aside from Han Solo saying never tell me about the odds, the reality of it is the odds are you're staying pretty good where you're at. So, to me, that draft strategy then becomes the next real big key.
When I look at the Holloway extension, and I mentioned earlier that Army said something about we haven't seen him play a whole year. We haven't seen him healthy for a whole year. I was wondering if he was kind of indicating that they may not get this done long term. But I feel like now if they watched what happened with that top line. And even though, yes, it was house money, I think you can't look at that any other way, that Snuggerud, Thomas, Holloway, that's a group that you want to build around, including Thomas being here. I just feel like they're looking at what happened down the stretch and saying, you just can't do any better than that right now for a top line.
Well, I don't know unless you're going out there and making a trade for a superstar in the league, and let's face it, there's no team trading that. I don't know who you would go out there and get that would make that line better than what we saw down the stretch. So I agree with you completely, Martin. And here's the other thing. If anybody didn't think, or anybody listened to Doug Armstrong's comments and thought that they weren't going to sign Dylan Holloway, I think you're taking things a little too literally. I think there was some pretty good public negotiating going on there. I think Doug was also being very honest in saying, look, one of our concerns is how healthy can he stay, or what in that. And I think that's fair based on everything that you've seen so far. But I don't think it meant one way or another whether or not they were going to re-sign him. It's just, where does he come in? And you know what? The fact that you end up with a player like Robert Thomas, who we know can be a point per game player in this league. Dylan Holloway, looks like he can have that ability too. You may have a 30 to 40 goal scorer, looks like in Jimmy Snuggerud. And you look at this, and you don't have one player on this roster paid over, $8.125 million? Well, actually, I'm sorry. You've got Philip Broberg, right? Philip Broberg that's just in there. But, okay, so you don't have that $10, $11 million player on this roster. That's actually some quite impressive roster building. Now, at the same time, it's a roster that wasn't good enough to get you into the playoffs, so that maybe there has to be some adjustment there. But from a salary structure standpoint, they're building pretty doggone well.
When the draft rolls around next month, is there one area that you think the Blues would emphasize to get some help, or is it a best player available type of thing?
Look, I look at it in two ways. I totally understand when teams go best player available. I mean, it just makes sense. Now, where it doesn't is, let's say, for me, if you're the St. Louis Blues, I think a centerman, someone that can play the center part of the ice, I think is absolutely a priority. So let's say, and I don't know any names on that side, but let's say a centerman is available whenever the Blues pick, and let's say a defenseman's available. Man, the only way you're picking the defenseman in that spot for me, if you're the St. Louis Blues, is that defenseman, you just have him rated that much higher than the centerman. So I think with where the Blues are, with their prospect line the way they have it, with guys like Logan Mailloux and Jiricek and stuff, I think if you can continue to find a way to potentially bolster your front end, your forwards, that's the way to go. And that's why, guys, I also don't, and this is just my opinion, and I'm sure plenty of brilliant hockey minds will argue with me on this, right? You've got 12 draft picks in this upcoming draft. I don't see the Blues using all 12. You look at, and I haven't gone back and looked at Montreal's roster yet here, but even then they do have some trades. You look at the teams that have made it to the second round of the playoffs, and look at how many players on their rosters have come via trades. Look back at even the championship run of 19 for the Blues, and some of the key parts of that. It was a trade for Jay Bouwmeester, right? It was a trade for Ryan O'Reilly. It was a free agent signing of Tyler Bozak, the free agent signing, bringing David Perron back. There are ways that you have to do it. It doesn't happen anymore where it's just all built from within. Eventually, you've got to speed that process up. Teams like, Buffalo finally started to do it. Guys like Tuck and things like that, and it starts to happen. It doesn't happen just from within. And so I don't know what the Blues are going to do. I think they're going to be pretty happy to just kind of, continue to grow forward with a good pace of these young guys. But at some point, you will eventually step into that box and start moving some assets.
Pretty fascinated that the Montreal goalie, this Jakub Dobesh, was a kid who played at De Smet, played for the AAA Blues. Yeah. I never heard much about him. And then reading, he moved here to live with Lubos Bartechko. I didn't know he was still in the area. Do you know if that's still the case?
I don't know if he's still in the area now. I know he's been down in Nashville, I believe, so somewhere in there. But, yeah, it's kind of a cool story to listen to him reference Jordan Bennington in his post-game interview on TNT, and kind of growing up watching that guy. But it's it really is kind of cool, guys, when you think about, and I guess we're all territorial in this sense, but it is neat to think about how many different, college players, even, whether it be minor league players now or NHL players, and the development of hockey and what it's doing in St. Louis. I mean, they're producing more hockey players, it seems, than just about any other sport, from a pro level. And I think that's pretty doggone cool.
Yeah. Why would that be? It's because the coaching is so good with so many ex-players still here?
I think the coaching is good. I think the commitment in the community is good. I think the fact that we've seen a couple new facilities like Centene Community Ice Center come online, so we've been able to, and you still have a match demand, but you've been able to do that, and then it's honestly, it's the commitment that the Blues have made to the sport at the minor league levels, or at the youth levels, things like just think simply like the youth hockey programs, where basically for almost free, kids are able to get introduced to the game of hockey. And here's an example. You got to go back. Oh man, this might be 13 years now, but the Blues, through the Industry Growth Fund, were able to buy a bunch of street hockey equipment and donate them to local schools. So at one point, Bobby Plager and I went to Piermont Elementary in the Parkway School District, and we did this little program for hockey, and we donated all this equipment to Piermont. They're still using that equipment today, right? And ever since that moment, hockey became part of kind of one of their physical education segments where, during a couple of weeks, everyone, all the classes in the school are touching the sticks and the balls and shooting on it, and they're getting introduced to the sport. Things like that, grassroots stuff, just grow over time and create a passion for it. And if we continue to make ice accessible and introduce the game, you'll see more of it. So I don't know, Doug, that it's any one thing in particular, but it sure is a whole lot of that all coming together. But the passion is there.
I would like to have seen Bob Plager teach the hip check to third graders.
Yes. Okay, so part of that story is when I was telling the people, and I had a picture of him with that famous hip check, you should have seen the eyes of the kids that came in there, and I said, we are not going to demonstrate this one in class.
Oh, no.
Parents could be a little bit touchy if little Timmy gets upended in school,
Whoa.
Well, not that little Timmy. Just in general, little Timmy.
It's just a
taking
name
me back to grade school.
Sorry there. Just the name I threw out there. I was, you wear a Peaky Blinders hat. I know you're tough.
Thank you very much.
Gosh,
that's exactly right.
Good comeback.
It's like Jackson's backtrack about the guy in the bleachers. My Peaky Blinders hat is the backtrack about me getting back checked.
Right.
It's St. Gabriel.
Upended.
And somebody texted that Lubos is coaching in Nashville.
Yeah, that's where I heard he was last. Yep.
It's just amazing how these guys end up in St. Louis, and that was one I had not heard that name in forever. And then,
well, you know what? Like, again, look, I'm maybe I'll get called on the carpet at some point on this one. We'll find out, but. This idea that, and we've heard Doug say this plenty, and I understand what he's saying when he says, well, it's hard to get free agents to come to St. Louis, right? Well, there's something that I just have a hard time wrapping my head around, and it's that thought process of that attitude, okay? Because, yes, I'm biased. I live here, and I get it, okay? If somebody's going to make $8 million and you can go to Dallas, or you can go to Florida or Tampa, you get climate, you can go to Nashville, you can go to these places. There's no state income tax, which does save you money, whatever it is, okay? But eventually, if you look at it, and you're sitting there going, I can have Brett Hall, Al McInnes, Kelly Chase, Chris Pronger. I could have all these, and then this whole alumni group, talk about what it's like to play here, to be an athlete here. That's why so many stay, that kind of stuff. And to think that you can't compete for free agency, I think the approach is then going to have to be different. But I think you can, because eventually, and yes, I get it. Maybe it's not as easy as some of these other cities, But there's too good of a history. It's too great of a sports town, that for me to fully buy into, just the simple philosophy that free agents don't want to come here. It doesn't add up to me. Now, track record is probably proving that a little bit. I think it was Hampus Lindholm, the Blues went after with Anaheim, and he chose Boston instead of St. Louis. Okay, I get it. Maybe they want a bigger city. Maybe they want different things. Not travel in the West, whatever it is. There are some limitations. That said, the history of this and what this town is doing with hockey and the way people have loved to not only play, but then guys turn around and stay here, that's got to carry some weight along the line somewhere.
And we have seen the impact, going back to that conversation regarding the incredible surge in the popularity of youth hockey in St. Louis, in addition to the franchise's success. Chris Kerber with us here every Monday on TMA, giving us his perspective. Kerbs, always appreciate the time. Thank you so much, man.
All right, guys, have a great one. Talk to you next week.
All right, that's Chris Kerber with us here on the Callier and Thompson phone lines, talking it over. And, Martin, if people want to email in, they can do so via the Design Air heating and cooling email today.
Love talking about Design Air. This time of year, AC is about to get flipped for good. Make sure your air conditioning unit is up and running properly. You can do that by going to designairservice.com and then sign up for a maintenance plan. That takes any of the worry away when the heating and cooling issues arise. Have that maintenance plan just to stay in tune all year long. Design Air is not only the longest running sponsor here, but they've been around St. Louis for more than a century. That means they've adapted over the years with all the new technology. That's to the benefit of you. They've got a great staff. We always talk about the employees there. And when they're in your home, they're not trying to sell you anything. They just get things repaired, get it right, get it done the first time. And since it's a family-owned and operated business, you can count on them being here years down the road. So it's designairservice.com. That's where you can schedule your appointment. Also sign up for a maintenance plan and do what this team has done here. Go with the best in the heating and cooling industry, and that is Design Air Service.
The program's called, the program's called The Morning After. It's presented to you by Brown and Crouppen on 101 ESPN. Doug, is this the music from the Star Wars bar scene?
I believe it is, yeah.
And that's a play on May the 4th?
Is that where it is?
It was a courtesy laugh from Martin.
I'll be doing Sports Final dressed as Obi-Wan Kenobi tonight.
I'll be sick. It's TMA 101 ESPN Fisher Window and Door Store, sponsor of our 8 o'clock hour here on the presentation. Chris Kerber with us in the previous segment. A lot of Cardinal discussion here coming off of beating the Dodgers in 2 of 3. And the crowds returning to Busch Stadium with Los Angeles in town, and the team playing great baseball with 4 straight over the Pirates. And then the first 2 in the series against the Dodgers. Alec Burleson talked about the Cardinal crowds this weekend.
It doesn't matter who's in the other dugout or who's on the mound. Like, we're not going to... and, yeah, sometimes it may not be pretty, right? But we're, as everybody's saying, we're young. Like, we're going to make mistakes, but it's not going to be for a lack of effort or preparation or anything like that. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun to play in front of 3 big crowds this series. And obviously, I think they contributed a little bit to the series win.
How about that? What kind of crowd do you think they get tonight for the Brewers in town? Monday, kids still in school.
Well, it won't be as big. It'll be maybe 20. Be my guess.
Yeah, low 20s feels about right.
Yeah.
Good rivalry game. Still early. I wonder if the players get tired of the theme, though. Hey, the fans, they don't hate you anymore. Hey, you guys aren't terrible.
Yeah.
At some point, if they are able to maintain a decent record, maybe that narrative goes away. But it might be all year. Hey, how surprised are you that it's the All-Star break and you're not in last place?
I think virtually all of the media around here was around when Cardinal baseball routinely drew 40,000 crowds to the stadium. And then we went through 2 or 3 years where they couldn't draw flies. And now maybe they're back. So it's a big story. Maybe not for a player that's only been here a year or 2, but for the media it certainly is.
Playoff team right now.
Yeah, Cardinals and Padres would be going up against each other in the first round, Doug. And so we'll get a wild card round preview starting on Thursday in San Diego. But first, the Brewers in town. Things getting underway this evening. 6:45 start. I didn't hear this, Jackson, but I see it's on your Fun with Audio list. Burleson talking about it's tough to put into words how it feels in here in a good way. What's going on here?
Oh, let the audio speak for itself.
Okay.
It's tough to put into words like how it feels in here, in a good way, like not in a bad way, but it's like we show up to the park and we do our work and we go out there and play the game, and it's not, I don't want to say anything that can be taken out of context, but it's like we don't expect to win, we don't expect to lose, we just expect ourselves to go play a baseball game and play it how we play it, and at the end of the day, there's going to be a win or there's going to be a loss, but we know that we're going to play it the right way. So I think that's a reason why we didn't let that series kind of snowball on us. There was no panic by anybody. Obviously, guys that needed to improve, that was me. Like, we got the work in and were able to contribute to some of those wins. So I think we've got a good group. I think we've got a group that respects the game, but they don't care. Like, nobody really cares. Like, we're going to play the game, and it's going to be fun.
Okay. Was that from post-game yesterday?
That was post-game yesterday.
Okay. Interesting. And what was he asked about? Was he asked about the Mariners series the previous week and then how they responded with the 6-game winning streak and that coming to an end? I apologize. This is crowdsourcing, but you cut the audio, so I thought you might know what the question was.
I don't know what the question was.
All right, because he was talking about we didn't allow that series to spiral on us. And Marmol did say, following the sweep at the hands of the Mariners, that he liked the way the team played. And I have to be honest, I thought that sounded strange. But I was listening as we were driving to Busch Stadium yesterday, listening to Mike Claiborne interviewing Ali Marmol in advance of Sunday's game, and he cited that. He goes, I realize, we lost all 3 games, but we liked the way that we played. But keep in mind, if they don't have that win against Pittsburgh on Monday, I thought like you, I think, Martin, have made reference to, that could be, all right, here we go. We got some problems here. Lost 2 of 3 to Miami, swept by the Mariners in St. Louis, and now you lose the first game to the Pirates. This could be where it gets away from you. Skeens lurking on Thursday, Dodgers coming up on the weekend. It could get away. And instead, what happens? They win 6 straight.
And Monday, in dramatic fashion, the Weatherhold homer, the big rally in the 9th. And even though they did play well, the Mariners series, they lost all 3 by a total of 4 runs. As much as you can say that and believe it, hey, we played great, we just didn't win. That's baseball. It happens. If you lose the next night, all of a sudden now I do think it starts to compile a little bit. And then you get that miracle win that Monday night in Pittsburgh. And that you could tell the rest of that series, they were just flying.
They really were. That's exactly right. And then they jumped out on Skeens. Something that I think, I usually don't really pay much attention to it, but the theme of where the organization is really more about the future than the present. But what has people fired up? The present, and understandably so. Saw the crowds, have people talking the way they're talking. But with that said, there's some things going on at Memphis that would give one even more optimism if you're paying attention to it. Now, it's our jobs to monitor this stuff, but to bring this to fans who aren't perhaps following what's going on at Memphis, Jimmy Crooks hit another home run yesterday. He is now at 10 on the season with an OPS of 1,011. Now, the strikeouts are an issue. That is, anytime we talk about Crooks, I believe that's who we were talking about with Brad Thompson. Last week, he's had 90 at-bats. He struck out 38 times. But he has 10 home runs. And Blaze Jordan hit another home run yesterday. And he has 7 home runs now and a 953 OPS. And then Josh Baez homered over the weekend. He's at 7 home runs and an 825 OPS. Point being, there are multiple guys down there who are raking, who would make sense if the Cardinals wanted to go to the minor leagues for some help.
And when you talk about Crooks as a catcher, Jordan as a third baseman, Baez as a center fielder, those are 3 positions where you aren't getting much offense here right now. So I wonder why not give some of those guys a little look-see? And maybe they will. I'm sure they will at some point this season. But those are 3 positions right now that the Cardinals could use an offensive upgrade, and some of their best hitters in Memphis play those positions.
They need a center fielder. That's from the Oakville Lawnmonger.
That's what Baez is playing in Memphis. I can't believe he'd be any better defensively than Timu Edmonds.
Right. I
Nathan
think
Church.
When Newbark comes back, you'll see Church move to center.
Yeah.
Your jobs? Your jobs? LOL. I thought your job was to read texts and emails from your cult followers.
Okay, leave us alone.
Your cult followers.
Doug, David Koresh. Thoughts?
What do you want, Flacco? You want some?
Hey! We're going to rough some people up.
That's right.
Maybe we need an enforcer.
Jackson, can you be our enforcer?
You saw how I handled Jamie Rivers. Want some more of that?
You got ragdolled.
You turtle?
Yeah, a little bit. God forbid a man respects the workplace.
Speaking of the cold following, how's the name change going? Because you're knee deep in it right now.
Yeah. What are you doing?
What?
I was
being serious.
How's it going? Terrible.
Terrible. Jeez.
God.
Because you hate this time of the month.
Yes.
When this goes on. Okay.
Yeah.
I was being. It didn't seem like you were as busy, so I thought maybe people were pretty established at this point.
No, it's fun.
It's fun.
Whenever it gets brought up on air, then it's an influx of them. It's not like it's a steady stream of it, but now there will be an influx of it. But that's part of the deal.
Well, I don't like seeing people try and change it. I think just if you don't have a name and you've been texting the show, want to be part of the cold following, give Jackson that opportunity. But changing, I don't know.
It can be a little finicky.
Guys, I listened to Movie Boy yesterday, and the sexual tension between Gareth and Jackson can be cut with a knife. You need a parental advisory for extremely horny. That's from Hunchback of Von Castle.
God bless it.
All I heard was you listened. Everything after that was white noise.
White.
I'm looking at Jimmy Crook's stats here, and you talked about his strikeouts. 38 Ks and 90 at-bats. That's a lot. That's a lot of strikeouts. And it could be that there's one pitch that he just can't handle. And if they can strike him out that much in the minor leagues, they're probably concerned that unless he learns to lay off a certain pitch or to catch up to a certain pitch, they'll carve him up in the major leagues.
It's exciting to have options, though, to see that this Crooks is knocking on the door, that Baez may be getting close, and that's really what this year is all about. If other guys are not cutting it, then you move them out, try the new piece. What gets interesting is if it's later in the summer and it is a team that's still in the mix.
I know where you're going. I like this question.
Yeah, you're still in the mix for a wild card spot. How does Chaim Bloom address that? Because you can't just assume every year you're going to be in the mix.
They can't get to the playoffs with this bullpen. And, Doug, I'm going to do it. I know you don't like when I do it, but I have to do it full stop.
Don't say full stop. It's irritating.
Yep, full stop.
But it
Holy Mary. In the world.
Sorry.
You're fine. But at some point, I think, much deeper into the summer, if you're looking at saying, hey, we got a chance to maybe play in October, what do we do to help this team? And that's going against the whole idea.
Yes.
You absolutely have to go for it.
Well, I understand. Won't that be interesting to see what does that look like? What does that mean? What are you giving up? Because it's all about the future until it's not. It's going to be a great problem.
The future is now.
All right. Especially a little lockout looming.
John Cena.
Time is now.
I think anytime you have a chance, you got to go for it because you don't know. What are they building for? 2028? We're supposed to wait around then to actually make a serious run at it. I don't think you can do that. If you got a shot this year and you're right there in the playoff hunt, I think you absolutely have to make a move or two to get there.
What if you're 2 games out of the wild card and they trade Riley O'Brien, they trade Dustin May, and say, Doug, we're loading up?
That would be upsetting. That would be upsetting.
Does Doug not listen to the program? Tim just went over Crook's strikeout numbers. It's from the 636.
Yeah, talked about it again. Why someone who's had 10 home runs and 22 RBIs isn't brought up.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth, Dan Orlovsky.
Because perhaps the major league pitchers would strike him out even far more frequently than that.
There's also always a thing about you want to get everyday at bats, and when you already have Pages, Herrera, and Pozo, where are you getting everyday at bats for someone like Jimmy Crooks?
Well, one of those guys would have to go.
Right, likely Pozo.
Yeah.
Hey, Doug, watch this. Don't let me down, Jimmy Crooks. I got you beating Louisville. That's from Dogtown Aspen.
That's nice.
I think Pozo's in charge of handing out the home run chain or something because you thought he wasn't doing anything, that they weren't using him. But apparently he has a role, Doug, in handing out the home run chain.
Well, that's a big, important role. Don't sleep on that.
We've got catchers up the ass, and the younger catching prospects have higher projections than Crooks. Bernal Rodriguez let another team fall in love with his power numbers and think they can, quote, fix him with the strikeouts and trade him to improve this ball club's bullpen. That's from the 314. How about that?
I think they're really high on that Rodriguez guy, catcher. Bernal Rodriguez.
And he's at AA?
I think he just got brought up to AA.
They should absolutely sell May and O'Brien. That's from the 618. How about that, Doug?
Even if you're in the race?
618, call in. Chairman Kurt will take your call. 314-974-0101. Collier and Thompson phone lines.
Just being young doesn't guarantee that you're going to be in the playoff hunt in future years. It doesn't. And when you're in it this year with what you've got, you got to go for it.
I can't wait for the Cardinals to trade Newt to the Yankees and watch him win the ALCS MVP. That's in the Hunchback of On Castle.
That's live.
That is live. Mm-hmm. The Cardinals are doing great, but I don't think the rest of the league have collected enough data yet on their younger players. Once they collect data on how to throw to some of these guys, I think there might be different results coming here in the future. That comes from Fungo, Doug. You know Fungo? He referees games and makes wing sauce for the Leos.
I don't think that's accurate.
I don't know. Most of the guys have been around a while, long enough to have a book on them.
Yeah.
Herrera and Walker and Burleson and Wynn. These
guys all have 1,000 at bats at least.
Yeah. Maybe you could say that about Weatherholt.
Yeah, would agree there.
How many people make wing sauce and also referee?
And spit hot takes.
That's got to be one of the rarest of rare combos.
Which do you prefer? Which would you do? What do you think you'd excel at more, making wing sauce or refereeing? Both are finicky.
That's a great question. I would enjoy being a ref, I think.
I think you would too.
I'd tee everybody up.
I think you'd
I would
really
like to ref
it.
third grade basketball and just tee up every wise ass coach. One more and I'm running you. The kids are 8. I'm just going after the coach.
Get involved in the program. Email in the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Design, Air, Heating and Cooling. Email of the day. You are also welcome to text in. Callahan and Thompson sponsor the phone lines. Air Comfort Service sponsor of the text inbox. And, of course, you can talk it over with TMA listeners. 339 are in the Michelob Ultra YouTube chat. Now 341.
Oh, good.
And you can watch us talking it over up until 11 here on TMA. And then we do after the morning after with the great Ken Iggy Strode from 11 to 12 Monday through Thursday. So just stick around on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, and talk it over for the next few hours. Polos Plus Dossier has the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email of the day at 9:45, and it's a program presented to you by Brown and Crouppen online at getbc.com or by calling 314-222-2222. That's Brown and Crouppen, and they are local. That's why you hear from them on Tuesdays here in studio, because they are here in the St. Louis area. And if you have a need for an attorney, don't you want somebody who is local? Well, that's Brown and Crouppen, committed to the St. Louis area. Go to getbc.com or call 314-222-2222. They only get paid if you get paid. It's Brown and Crouppen, 314-222-2222. Remember, the choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements. It is 9 o'clock in St. Louis. Time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. Mark Hanna, Evergreen Wealth Strategies, sponsor of the 9 o'clock hour here on TMA 101 ESPN and the TMA STL YouTube channel.
This is Jackson with a Sports Center update brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. Cardinals and Brewers tonight, 6:45 p.m. first pitch. Kyle Leahy towing the slab for the Redbirds. That was another Sports Center update brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. You'll be saying, I love my windows.
Oh, will we hear it tonight at about 9:25? Well, will we?
Well, I hope so.
You like this victory song?
Yeah, well.
Doesn't sound like it.
I like the Cardinals are coming better, but this is okay. If I have to settle for this, I'd be okay, I guess.
Chad Patrick on the mound, and the Brewers are the favorites tonight. Total 8.5 at Busch Stadium. Hello again, everybody. Martin, the 314 texter here, not on board with After the Morning After. Who in their right mind could take another hour of this? Why do you have to be mean?
Well,
we are just trying to
have to listen.
We're just trying to earn a living.
Yeah.
We're family men.
Trying to scratch out an existence.
But you make people listen?
Doug does.
No, you don't. That's the beauty of it all, is that you don't really have to listen.
Well, if the 314, if you'd like some options in the 10 o'clock hour, I do the program called During the Morning After.
That's right. Onboarding. I got crack 4X this weekend. The busboy and barback scene don't play in St. Louis. That's from the self-made stay-at-home Ledoux mom.
I didn't understand that, really. The barback scene don't play? Isn't that the guy who cleans up the tables? That's what a barback is, right?
I think the busboy cleans up the tables. The barback tends to be the runner for the attendees.
Yeah. Oh, like we're out of...
big bucket of ice.
We need a big bucket of ice, or we need a new bottle of whatever liquor. Go grab it. Yeah.
And he runs to
Hunter S. Thompson will be drinking with us tonight.
And the barback scene is fire in this town.
That's right.
According to the self-mates, she got,
okay,
cracked.
Tell Martin there's a referee over at Epiphany named Thumper. He also
What's that texted box?
He also makes wing sauce.
Really?
And he's the head of referees. However, the difference here is his wing sauce sucks compared to mine. That's Fungo taking a shot at Thumper.
Unbelievable.
Who apparently is the head of the referees.
And they're probably a freelance bouncer.
Give me more than 1 hour of After the Morning After. Then Marky Mark does from Brad Weldon Spring, and then Marky Mark says, yes, 2 hours, Doug. How would you like to expand it to 2?
God.
Well, hold on a second.
I've suffered enough.
Oh, what?
2 hours worth?
Why do you?
Well,
Jackson's pushing for 3. I guess you guys can meet in the middle.
Really? So there'd be 7 straight hours of this stuff.
Pretty sure I got stuff to do.
This stuff.
Has Iggy enjoyed the show? I've heard a little bit here and there. It seems like Yowski's always mad at you guys, yelling at you.
He's popped into the studios twice. That is correct. That is
mad as a hornet.
Yeah, mad as a hornet.
Has Iggy started complaining incessantly? Not yet. Is that this week?
I think we only do Monday to Thursday. And we shut it down, and he goes, well, there's my work week. So I think so far 4 hours per week is the sweet
his wheelhouse
for Iggy. Yeah, that comes your way at 11 o'clock. Here on TMA, Chris Kerber was with us earlier. You miss anything, you can always podcast it. A lot of Cardinal discussion here, as there is a sense in St. Louis with people buzzing about this ball club, intrigued to see what they can do. Both in the stands and, of course, on the field, starting tonight with the Brewers in town. Leahy and Patrick doing battle. Miss anything? Schaefer Door Company, the sponsor of the podcast, online at schaeferdoor.com, SCHAEFER door.com. That's Jason Gossrau's company, Schaefer Door. Your garage door breaks, you don't know what to do, here's the answer. You go to schaeferdoor.com. They are a Lift Master partner, and LiftMaster, known for their strong, quiet, and versatile garage doors and garage door openers. You can call or text the number that's Schaefer Door, set up specifically for TMA listeners at 636-782-3608. They're online at schaeferdoor.com. They also service commercial doors, so if you run a business or warehouse with big, tall doors, Schaefer's experience in these types of jobs. Go to schaeferdoor.com. or call or text 636-782-3608. Schaefer Door, a Lift Master partner. Schaefer Door Company, sponsor of the podcast here on TMA. Ali Marmol talked with Ken Rosenthal about Jordan Walker's start to the season, and here is what he had to say during Saturday evening's game on Walker and his surge, especially Friday and Saturday.
Ali, Jordan Walker, he started hot, went into a little bit of a lull, 13 games without a homer, and now 6 straight hits in this series. How did he get back into a groove?
Man, there's a lot of work going into it, and to your point, he started off hot. He's playing with a ton of confidence. He goes through that little bit of a lull. He's understanding what the league's doing to him. He makes an adjustment, and we're seeing some really positive results right now.
A lot of people around the league are surprised by what you're doing, this team. Are you surprised?
Man, if you look at our group and the work that was put in spring training, these guys are coming up every day and just they want to be consistent with how they show up, with the work being put in, and they want to be relentless in the way they compete, and that's our only focus.
You mentioned in the break that they're not afraid. How have you seen that come about?
Regardless of what's thrown at them, man, they just go head on with it. It doesn't matter who's across the way, who's on the mound. They want to be relentless in the way they compete, and they continue to show that. So I'm proud of this group. They've done a nice job, a lot of work ahead of us, but we're going about it the right way.
Boom, there it is. Cardinals were tied with the Dodgers in the National League before yesterday's game at 20-13. Doug, you love power rankings, you love bracketology, and you love grades. Old David Schoenfeld gave out his grades for major league clubs through the month of April. Okay. He gave out 1 A+. Who do you think got it? On ESPN.com
Yankees
just this
or
morning.
Braves, probably one of those teams. I'll say the Braves.
That's correct.
Okay.
He gave out 1 A. Who do you think?
Yankees.
Okay, so you read the column. You probably should have
I've read the standings.
Okay, he gave out...
Sounds a lot like the Vaughn Index.
He gave out 3 A-.
Cubs.
Correct. So you did read the column.
Cubs, Dodgers.
Never heard of your team.
Well, Cubs, Dodgers, and Tampa.
Cubs and Tampa, correct. Dodgers? No, I'm sorry.
Not get an A-.
St. Louis.
Cardinals.
Yes!
Okay. Got an A-.
Got it. How about that? How about that? Dodgers with the B+ for the record, along with the Reds and the Pirates.
I think Ollie would certainly be in the early season running for Manager of the Year.
I feel like Saturday night was the national kind of coming out party. If people are tuning in. It's the A-Team on Fox, network game, Dodgers, Cardinals, 2 traditional brands. People are tuning in like, hey, the Cardinals, I thought they were bad. Oh, well, that Walker guy, he's actually pretty good. It was
I got St. Louis Cardinal cook.
Right, Francesco was watching.
But
and you got to see that defense in addition. Little personality, defense wound up being a thrilling ending.
McGreevy pitching great. That was just the perfect game. Wasn't a perfect game, Doug, because that's when there's 27 up and 27 down. But
After 34 games, the Cardinals have scored 166 runs and given up 166 runs. That would be a 0-run differential.
How about that?
And the Vaughn Index, if I could do that real quick, if you would
go ahead,
give
please.
me that just a moment to figure that, it would be a 2. Yeah, you don't really, you want a low number. Right now, theirs is a 2.
Do you think the reason why they're winning is the home run chain?
No, I don't think that has anything to do with it. But it's a fun little thing. Sure, let them
You gotta have something.
Sure, that's fine.
Jackson, you have sound explaining the origin of the home run chain?
Yeah, here's Jose Fermin and Nolan Gorman on the origins of the home run chain.
Somehow we started barking in the dugout, like for homers and stuff. And I started looking on the internet, trying to get something, related to a dog. And I found the chain. It says I got the dog in me, and I showed it to a couple guys. They were on board, and that's how we got it.
Yeah, I talked about getting something. We've been barking a lot in the dugout for whatever reasons. So he went ahead and got a cool little chain for us to put on.
I just had the idea because, I've been here for 4 years now. We never had anything. We were having a lot of fun. I just wanted to keep the fun going.
Oh, I like that. There's production.
Papers.
Yeah. That's production, boy.
Fully department
Production
here.
of the year.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I like it's a little more subtle than some other. If you saw the Mariners series, and I hope they have a Triton that they take whenever they hit a home run.
Oh, sure, Triton.
The Pirates, I don't know if you saw Connor Griffin had his first home run over the weekend and had the silent treatment, but they wore like an old school scuba mask, like a giant, like one of those really old scuba masks that covers your whole head and shoulders. So
I wonder how Bob Gibson and Nolan Ryan would have reacted had they looked over at the opposing dugout and some guy's in a scuba mask because he just hit a home run off you.
And the Cardinals had the
turn and throw it at in the dugout.
Are you talking about the head that the bottom of aquariums used to have, that guy who looked like he was?
Yes, exactly that. Yes. The Red Sox do it with like Wally, the mascot that they have. They put that head on the person that hits a home run, which I think is really lame. Like I would not want to hit the home run just to not have to wear that stupid thing.
Some have a big coat they put over them.
Yeah.
But the pepper grinder a couple of years ago was not for home runs. That was just in general, right?
Right.
Just,
Yeah.
You like the Dodgers celebration when they get a hit?
I may have missed it.
Oh, yeah?
I was
They hold
so
up
far
their
out in the
arms and
bleachers.
then they got that hip bump. That hip bump. Arms up in the air and then a hip bump.
Okay.
Guess you don't like it.
I didn't see it. I didn't notice it. If you watch on TV, you see a lot more than if you're in the bleachers. But if you're a meat and potato guy, the bleachers is the best you can do.
so this all started because they were doing a lot of barking in the dugout, Doug.
Okay.
They were just barking.
All right.
Ironically, we use the same chain for our 8U baseball team. Let's effing go, Red Dogs. That's from the 314. So the Red Dogs have the same chain that the Cardinals do.
Okay. Okay. A lot of barking.
It's a welding mask, you moron. I don't know.
Looks like a scuba mask to me, man.
There's a big difference between a welding mask and a scuba mask.
It looks like a scuba mask. It might be a welding mask.
Okay.
The more I think about it, the more it really does seem like a welding mask. But the welding mask flips up. Doesn't it flip up?
Yeah.
This is like got like a cowl to it.
What cowl?
What team is this?
Pittsburgh. They play Western Pennsylvania.
Oh, well, it's in the Steel City. It's probably a welder's mask.
Oh, that makes sense. Well, it doesn't flip up.
So it's actually an homage to, like, Flashdance.
8U baseball coach. Shut up, nerd. That's from Will Clark's post-game bevy.
How dare you be involved in your child's life?
It does look like...
All right, I'm looking at it again. Yeah, it's a welder's mask. Rats.
That's funny because my wife puts a collar on me and makes me bark before she gets out the strappy. That's from the Warren County Wizard. Doug, remember that crappy beer Red Dog? That's from the 314. That was a mid-'90s phenomenon?
I don't know the years, but I remember it.
Has the YouTube chat ever been investigated for fraudulent disability claims of chronic gout and or sugarfoot? I feel some of these mouth breathers and keyboard warriors haven't worked since the Reagan administration. Doug, that's from the Heiser House Hooligan, and he does not like the Michelob Ultra YouTube chat where 335 friends have gathered to talk it over.
Stop the fast food. Do a sit-up. Do something.
And many of the fans have the sugarfoot.
He's an embarrassment.
Papers, the unique home run celebration this year is the donning of a steel mill worker's welding helmet. When they get back to the dugout, it makes them look like Iron Man. That's kind of the look.
I don't get the Iron Man vibe.
They said they've
it looks
added
more like a scuba diver.
They've now added an orange traffic cone. They get handed all of a sudden, it's like Gallagher over there just smashing stuff.
Starting to get out of control.
The Dodgers have been doing that side crunch for years. There's no excuse to not have seen that by now, Doug. That's a Sheridan
Leave us alone.
Maybe Doug thought it was actually a
Nothing's more egregious than the Mariners trident. It's like giant. It's huge. It's like a 7-foot trident.
Get involved on the program. Who would you like to attack and why? 314-399-9646. That's the Air Comfort Service text inbox. And then, of course, you can talk it over in that Michelob Ultra YouTube chat where the Sugarfoot is apparently contagious. And then, of course, email in for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. The morning after at InsideSTL.com. Get involved, talk it over, call in, any way to communicate is welcome. Of course, Libby Unrelatable would confuse a scuba mask and a welder's mask. Jesus, that's from Eric, and he, in the moment, is in the Central West End.
I guarantee Eric has never welded anything either.
Is that right?
No, I would put my life savings on it.
It's a welding mask for the Steel City, you liberal!
Oh.
That's from the Millstat Meat Hammer. And now...
Yep. What do his political views have to do with a darn spot welding mask?
What are you going to do?
And why do they need an orange cone? You got a welding. Okay, Steel
What are they
City.
doing with the
And
orange cone?
Now we're just,
they put it in front?
They're hoisting it over their head.
Yeah, well... It's the cellar.
The fires are under construction.
Yeah, the cellar of the Central will be full of work zones.
Who won the Lister of the Month? That's from Ray King.
Voting will happen this afternoon.
Oh, wow. Papal Conclave.
Yeah.
You'd have to think Jeff Supon's live.
If he signed up.
Oh, okay. We'll find
Should
out.
we make an exception if he didn't?
No.
I'm guessing he didn't.
I wanted to vote for Holiday one month. Couldn't do it.
Sorry.
We got that Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day coming up here at 9:45 on the Polos Plus dossier. Mark Hanna, sponsor of the 9 o'clock hour here on the morning after. This is TMA, presented by Brown and Crouppen on 101 ESPN and on the TMA STL YouTube channel. You go to VIP Auto Accessories, and they take care of everything. They're a one-stop shop. That's Tommy Cibulka and Brian Grigg. They have been in business at VIP Auto Accessories since 1979 here in the St. Louis area with 60-plus employees. 4 departments under one roof. Some people have to bounce around and go to a variety of different places. That's not the way that it works. At VIP Auto Accessories, they'll handle commercial upfits, graphic solutions, hail repair and touch-up, and aftermarket. They do it all at VIP Auto Accessories. Storms come through the St. Louis area. You deal with hail damage. You go to VIP Auto Accessories at VIPAutoAccessories.com. For all your commercial vehicle upfit needs, ask for Tommy Cibulka. And for all your aftermarket vehicle accessories needs, ask for Brian Grigg. Let them know that you are a morning after listener. Check them out online at VIPAutoAccessories.com. 80, Doug. Is that Sarah McLachlan?
It sounds like it, but I don't know for sure.
I guess like 98, you think?
No, well, I wouldn't know the year.
I'm going to say, I don't think 97, so I'm going to say 99 to get me 98 in 2000.
97.
No! It's wrong. Look at it again, boy. Heiser House Hooligan makes me sick. Stop the fat shaming. All these fats are keeping the U.S. economy afloat, buying zillions of dollars of GLP-1s. It's from your mom's lesbian lover, and she's mad at the Heiser House Hooligan, who's mad at the Michelob Ultra YouTube chat because he says they all have the sugar foot.
Well, they are keeping the fast food places in business, I'm sure.
Did you get any fast food this weekend, boy?
I don't believe I did, no. What did you?
Do you count Ferrados as fast food?
No.
Pizza night Friday.
Friday night's pizza night, man.
No, that's not fast food. Did I get any? No. Went to Filoni's on Saturday before the game.
Oh,
got some Fungo wings.
Did you see some of my class of 94s out there on the bounce back yet?
Cougar hunting.
Oh, it was like a little derby party they had going on in there.
Purple derby, though, huh?
Yeah. Ayo, got that dog in me. Rough.
What in the world?
Doug's mad about that.
Maybe we should get a little celebration here. When somebody has a really good take, I'll hand out a Trident in here. Oh, that was a great take. Here you go. Here, you take the ski mask.
Like a gerbil.
Like a gerbil.
Sorry.
It was Madonna, 1984. Like a gerbil.
A gerbil chain.
Did Weird Al ever do like a gerbil? His version of like a...
That he did like a surgeon, but like a gerbil would have been a bigger hit.
Bigger hit.
Big miss. I was late coming back from the break. I was talking to Kiowski. I'm like, what are you going to do? He's the boss. And we were talking about on Friday, I just said being stupid. I said, well, maybe they're listening in Anchorage. And then a guy texted or tweeted at me, hey, podcasting right now. I'm in Anchorage listening.
We can finally crack the Anchorage market. We got it.
See? Going to try and get some ratings books up to Alaska.
I think they're listening in Little Diomede.
Somebody tell the Barrett Power Rankings we're now big in Anchorage.
Would you like to go to Alaska just for like a weekend?
Oh, yeah. Well, the travel time, maybe longer than a weekend.
Isn't the Worst One's Wacko going on an Alaskan cruise?
I think so.
I think you said something about that.
I've heard a lot of people have done that and loved it.
Yeah, I've heard that with like the Northern Europe, like the Scandinavian area, doing trips like that through the fjords. Seems real nice.
Doug Fjords.
It's just fun to say fjord.
I read a really bad mystery novel about that, and it does seem nice.
Tim, your class of 94? You like class of 2014, so young and yummy. That's some Doug's shaved BBL. You shaved your BBL?
I didn't. You knew that.
Why Freebird? Am I the only one who thinks it's cheesy? That's from 88 Keys Entertainment.
I think it's a little cut and paste, to be honest with you. I think, because the U.S. hockey team did it, that was like their goal
little
song.
Cut and paste is what the man said.
And I think it's like an easy thing that's like hot right now, and I don't think it's going to stick.
Like they should get their own song.
Yeah, it seems a little cut and paste. I like the song, and I like that version of it, that Moonlight version of it. Having said that, it does feel a little cut and paste.
Kind of fits the Cardinal DNA a little bit, though.
I guess.
Some of the Hoosier.
You said it, not me.
But we've got the dog thing going because they're barking. Maybe there should be something, not going who let the dogs out.
Yes.
Who let the cards out.
Warsonwood's Wacko once said on the record he is going fishing in Alaska.
That's what I thought, fishing. Jonathan Schenk was our guy the other day. He said, I'm up here podcasting like the Dickens, and I heard you say they're listening in Anchorage. I appreciate the shout out because I am, in fact, listening in Anchorage. There it is from Jonathan Schenk. Maybe listener of the month next month.
Could be.
I was going fishing.
What would you do with yourself in Anchorage?
Fish.
Just sit there and shiver?
Fish. Look for oil.
Look for oil?
Well, I don't know.
Look for oil.
Dig, go around digging?
People's backyards.
That's right.
It sucks. That's in regard to Freebird. We are unoriginal, just like Mizzou with Mr. Brightside. That's from the TMA Reddit Insider.
Mizzou puts their own twist on it.
Freebird at the stadium, so dumb. Be original, for God's sakes. Doug, the team is winning, but the winning song has upset people.
It has.
Agree, Jackson. You were wise beyond your years. That's from the 636.
Thank you.
The copy and paste, even the way
Someone
you
give me the chain.
Give Papers the chain. No, I'm going to bring in now the scuba diving. We're going to find, since you thought that was the celebration mode, we're going to get you a scuba diving helmet.
I once did a balloon party wearing one of Jim Edmonds' football helmets.
I do remember that.
Harder to broadcast than you'd think. Face mask up in the mic.
Chairman Kurt just sent over. Is this? What do you have here? This is Doug. It's a download map of this program. It's a download map. What do we have here, Chairman?
Yeah, I just pulled up some analytics. The Anchorage thing had me curious of where we have the most listeners. Obviously, St. Louis is tops, but Chicago.
1.8 million downloads in St. Louis last month, but Chicago. That probably would have been where I would have guessed would be second. That would have been my guess. Unknown, parts unknown. That was the missing link. Remember, and then he'd come out and he'd spit the green mist.
I remember something.
So
about
that's our second.
Okay.
But then third is Chicago. Indianapolis is fourth. Kansas City, where they've all become Blues fans in exchange for us all becoming Chiefs fans, is after Indianapolis, and then Columbia. And that's that Tridelt house. Man, do they download this show.
Indianapolis 3?
That's Henshin.
Yeah, the Henshin effect is real.
The Henshin effect is real.
He's probably the only guy there.
How dare you?
2 in Chicago, 1 in Indy.
Then Denver after Columbia, Springfield, Missouri. And then, of course, New York, New York. They love us on the Upper East Side.
Herb. My boy Herb.
We used
to
do commercials for that store that's
Brooklyn and
linens.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, you go to Williamsburg to get some bedding.
Martin in 9th place, 10th place, L.A., and you'd have to think that's Demoff.
Yeah, or he's got people listening. Just wondering if they comment on me today, and then they have to keep like a running log of what was discussed. That's interesting. I like the thank you, Kurt. What about Anchorage? Hasn't cracked the top 10.
Well, I was just going to say I didn't see Anchorage on the list, but if I go to the very last page, Fairbanks, Alaska.
Yes.
Ooh, nice. 3 downloads.
Yes.
3.
Yeah.
They'd had enough.
They made a mistake.
Eureka, California, bringing up the rear with 1 download.
All right.
Where's Eureka?
I think it's way north.
Really?
These other
Oregon
cities with their downloads, is it a lot of downloads or just a sprinkling?
I mean, there's sprinklings here and there.
Okay.
Now they're letting us. Now they're chiming in. It's a roll call. Ricky Putz said, "I'm in Asheville. Can you see me on your little map?"
Ricky Putz can roll the rock.
That's why he's Ricky Putz.
I want to go to that Asheville.
North Carolina, it's nice.
Yeah.
I'm an Alpha Phi. Me and the girls watch on YouTube every morning.
Doug, I don't think they do.
What's going on?
I'd be surprised.
It's not happening, fellas. It just isn't.
What do you mean?
You think a sorority house, they all get up in the morning and turn us on to watch on YouTube?
Yeah.
To have us just sit here?
Yes.
Yeah.
They
like while they're taking a bubble bath.
I don't know.
All these bubbles. Beverly D'Angelo, European vacation. Look it up.
You guys want to guess the top 5 countries that were downloaded in?
Now we're getting
this
into
is Larry Nickel. He's going to be pissed.
U.S. won.
United States.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Canada, too.
Correct.
Yes.
This is like a Larry list so far. You're not going to get 3.
Well,
Chile?
give us, initials, please.
I would assume somebody's VPN in the Middle East.
Can you give us a hemisphere?
Is that east, west, or north, south? I should know that.
North, south, please.
North.
No, east, west.
Northern Hemisphere.
These were your parameters, and it just got more confusing. Is it in Europe?
Yes.
Okay.
You have to think Ireland. So my buddies in the IRA.
Nope.
Vatican.
Hair transplants.
Turkey.
Turkey's
Nice.
coming in third.
Come on.
We're big in Istanbul.
Yep. Mexico 4.
And these are bots?
I don't think
How
so.
dare you, sir?
I think Mexico could
Turkey
be
one's a little
People on
concerning.
vacation.
5 is I think Jackson's brought this up before, maybe with military stuff. Singapore.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. That I have heard from actual humans who live in Singapore.
More than one?
Yes. Who are like, they listen to this program.
Cut it out.
Oh, for real.
Guess we should do a remote then, huh?
I think we do a remote in Greektown, Colombia, just to, cut through all the red tape.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we send it out to Singapore.
All right.
Which is a city-state or a country? I think it might be a city-state.
Doug?
I don't know.
Singapore's a country.
Is it a country?
I'm at Ole Miss in a sorority, and we play you guys every day.
Sure you do.
Also, I'm a man, and I'm lying. Doug, that's from Linda Sniffer.
Finally got to it right there at the end.
It didn't take long.
That's unfortunate. 'Cause I was buying in until the second half of the text. Got that Design Air Heating and Cooling email today coming up here in a matter of moments. Send yours in. That's up on the Polos Plus dossier the morning after at InsideSTL.com. That is coming up. Doug, would you tell us about Design Air?
Well, it's where you go if you have any kind of problem with your HVAC system, or even if you don't and you just want regular maintenance. That'd be the smart play. They've got the special service plan at Design Air. Take the worry out of your air conditioner and your furnace working at all. If you have regular maintenance on it, chances are you're not going to have a problem when it comes up. When it comes to heating and cooling, you got to trust the name that's been around longer than all of us. That'd be Design Air Heating and Cooling, proudly serving the area since 1904. More than a century of keeping homes comfortable and customers happy. Not just another HVAC company, also the longest-running sponsor on TMA, and that loyalty says a lot to us. Thank you to Seth Goldkamp, fourth-generation family member at the helm at Design Air. They believe in honest work. You're not going to be sold something that you don't need. So whether you're dealing with the St. Louis cold or summer heat, they've got your back with dependable service and no-pressure solutions. Visit DesignAirService.com. Schedule your service today. Design Air is comfort you can count on and home of the handsome repairmen. Ask for the bold and daring Adam. Design Air brings the heat.
There it is. Design Air Heating and Cooling email today coming up next. This is The Morning After, presented to you by Brown and Crouppen on 101 ESPN from the Stiefel Studios. This show is brought to you by FanDuel. Right now, new customers can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if your first bet wins. That's right. Turn $5 into $150 in bonus bets just for getting started. FanDuel makes it easy to get closer to the action, from player props on your favorite stars to all the tools you need to back them up. Jackson Burkett has a play. What do we got here, Papers?
You know, I've been having a lot of fun betting players to hit a home run on a certain game. J.J. Weatherholt against Paul Skeens last week.
All right, I'm going to fire it up right now with whatever you tell me. That's what I'm going to do. I'm firing it up.
This guy rips the baseball, and I feel like he's due to have a home run stretch. Yvonne Herrera, I mean, he hits the hell out of the baseball. Okay. And with FanDuel, you get a 30% profit boost today with their MLB wild card prop. So you get that up to plus 890 for Yvonne Herrera to hit a home run tonight. I love it.
All right, Jackson Burkett's going with Yvonne Herrera, go yard. He has been raking, and that's Jackie Papers' play. It's everything you need all in one app, so don't miss your shot. Head to FanDuel.com/local to get started. FanDuel, an official partner of the NBA. Play your game. Must be 21 or older and present in Missouri. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. First online real money wager, only $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Papers, why are we playing this?
That's for Martin.
Oh, Martin. Long distance dedication.
Peace Frog, L.A. Woman, right up there, right at the top. But you didn't like the movie, Jackson?
No.
You don't like the biopics?
Not necessarily.
How do you explain Michael getting $423 million at the box office?
I get it. I get its popularity. Music
and you saw it, and you got to see a special sneak preview for those with movie podcasts. Gareth went.
I did not go to that screening, actually.
And you have seen it?
I have not.
How do you explain Billie Jean being the fourth most streamed song last week?
That makes sense. Anytime these music biopics come up, the artists' numbers usually jump.
I wonder if that's the focal point of the picture. Was that the Motown Awards, Doug, or the Motown anniversary?
I just don't. I wish it did.
I think
it moonwalked.
I think it kind of works simultaneously. Make money off the movie, bump in the music. It's great. I get why they're popular. I'm just have a little fatigue of them, of the music biopics.
You're worn out by it all.
It's too many. It's too many.
423 million. What about The Devil Wears Prada, Part 2, the remix?
Need to see it. Probably.
Wow. Need to see it.
Oh, for sure. The first Devil Wears Prada is great.
I agree.
And you
I
like
love
Adrian Grenier's performance?
No, it's great in spite of his performance.
Oh, my God, damning.
Well, when you're surrounded by that much talent, it can be a little more
Isn't it
jarring.
like the ultimate chick flick?
No. It's entertainment for everybody.
And the Michael Jackson movie, and it doesn't address any of his
it stops at 88.
peculiarities.
So it stops at 88. So those accusations weren't levied until I think the early 90s, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, how do you tell his whole story without telling that part of the story?
Would agree. I don't believe the intent is telling the whole story. I think they're trying to tell the story of the rise.
Devil Wears Prada 2, Doug, did $77 million in its opening weekend. The box office is back. The box office is back.
It's back, okay. Well, yeah, you come out with content that people want to see. They come back.
I mean, I
tell you how many times I thought, hey, let's go to a movie, and we look to see what's on.
The box office has been back.
If you like superhero movies and cartoons.
It's been back. Sinners did massive numbers last year.
Don't say Sinners.
Sinners. The movie Sinners did.
I miss the old Friday.
I don't, personally.
Wow.
Jeez.
Sharp opinions.
A quick snipe.
I just
enjoyed they gave you a little bit, and I'm not an art house guy, but at least you could look at all the theaters have all the same movies, and that one would have different choices.
The way that the movies they chose were great. The seating and everything was not.
They had old-fashioned seats.
Alamo Drafthouse has kind of replaced them.
Okay.
In terms of showing those kinds of movies that you're speaking
Good to know.
Yeah.
And where is that?
Get so
The
mad.
Foundry.
Jeez.
Alamo Drafthouse.
At the Foundry, yeah.
Okay.
Shut your whore mouth, Doug. Mean Girl slaps. That's from the TMA Reddit Insider.
Mean Girl slaps? Did I indicate that I thought it didn't slap?
That could be Movie Boy's new thing.
Slaps or not?
Slap. Did that slap? Gareth, what do you think?
How many slaps? 4 slaps? 5 slaps?
Yeah.
Like the old hated it.
Oh, yeah.
Living Color.
Men on Film, David Allen Greer and Damon Wayans, Doug, is that right? Men on Film?
Sounds right. I don't know.
That Stanley Tucci is a tight treat. Am I right, Doug? That's from Dale. He's in Grubville.
You're here.
Jackson really likes Stanley Tucci.
Okay. I would weigh in on this, but I've been told to shut my whore mouth.
Clip that off. The Frontenac Theater was my spot. It's a shame the owners couldn't pay the rent. That's from Eric in the Central West End.
Yeah, I mean, again, like I loved what they shot. I would go there often. It's just in the world of comfortable seats and big screens giving you a real show. It was really falling behind.
Mm-hmm. Doug, you remember the poor film student? He won the Emailer of the Month back in March when Jason Gosrow of Schaefer Door Company gave away that brand new garage door. He says, I saw a movie at Plaza Frontenac in my sandals and sweatpants, and I think they wanted to set me on fire in the lobby.
Well, dress a little bit nicer then. I'm surprised they didn't update that.
Yeah.
Of all locations not to be updated, you'd think that'd be but the last one.
Would agree.
Billy Baldwin was great in Backdraft. That's from Scissor Me Timbers.
I like Backdraft. Not enough firefighting movies out there anymore.
And Billy Baldwin was the one who carried that picture?
Yeah, who else was in Backdraft?
I don't know who carried it.
Oh, what's that guy? He's an old
Dennis Quaid.
Oh, the guy. That,
Kurt Russell, Donald Sutherland, Bob De Niro.
What?
That's what I'm getting here.
Who's the guy that's in
Scott Glenn?
That's Scott Glenn. That's
yeah. But Billy Baldwin, yeah.
The big couch movie theaters are for the fats. Give me the old school places all day. That's Eric in the Central West End.
That's a weird take to have.
It is a weird take.
It's like some sort of like
it's kind of virtue
traditional.
signaling. You know.
Yeah.
How dare you be comfortable?
Like it's not even a couch. It's just it's a more comfortable seat. It's trying to compete when you can watch so much at home at the comfort of your home. How are you going to compete with that? You make it as comfortable to go to the theater.
How could you not like a more comfortable seat?
Yeah.
Michael addresses some of his early peculiarities, like exotic animals, Peter Pan, etc. But it stops in the late 1980s before the bad allegations came out. And they end it with a hint that there may be a sequel. My wife is going to see it a second time tomorrow. That's from Stepdad Gary.
I'll be darned.
His wife's going to see it two times.
I'm going to see it this week. I'm going to see that and Devil Wears Prada 2 this week.
Wow.
And that'll probably be this week's movie boy.
Okay. Ooh. Who's going to be on the show?
If any of you guys want to go see either of those, you're more than welcome to join me.
I would like to see them.
Yeah.
I don't know how likely it is that I'll
I get that.
Get to see them.
I'm just so pressed for time.
Yeah, you got just a full dock of these things. Tires need to be rotated. Grass needs to be watched.
Yeah, both those.
Guys, what are the odds that the poor film student never ends up being able to buy a house and ends up using the garage door as some sort of bastardized form of collateral for the rest of his life? That's from Dougie V's.
Well, that's on the table for sure.
Like a boat.
Just going to carry it under his arm wherever he goes.
Speaking of which, we're only 3 weeks away from Memorial Day weekend? Getting down to the lake? Are you taking that Friday off to get there early?
I think everyone knows I'll be taking that Friday
So
off.
Memorial Day is 3 weeks from today, is what we're saying?
Yeah.
That sounds right.
So that means 2 weeks from Friday would be...
Oh, you're off.
That would be the weekend
You
after
just
the
have like
Dotem.
an inadvertent belch?
Yeah. Been drinking a lot of coffee this morning.
What's happening with this acid reflux?
You're telling me. That would be the weekend after the Dotem, I believe.
Aye.
Yeah. Yeah, you might as well just consider me off.
Chairman Kurt on the board on that Friday. Jackson always goes down to the lake.
Okay. To get in it. Can't wait to get in it.
Yeah, I like to submerge myself.
Mm-hmm. All this film talk in Jackson's voice has my pants extra tight, Doug. That's from Richard Toast.
Nice.
I can just see Jackson running to the lake. Can't wait even to get settled in the condo or the hotel. Just sprinting and jumping into the water.
Yeah.
While there's a guy peeing on the dock right next to you.
Like Mark Spitz, just can't get into the pool fast enough.
We'll do the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today next. CMA 101 ESPN.
Biz Jackson with a SportsCenter update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Pistons defeat the Magic last night, 116-94 to win the series 4-3 over Orlando. Cade Cunningham, the motorcade, with 32 points and 12 assists. That was another SportsCenter update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
Caps on the road. It is TMA 101 ESPN and the TMA STL YouTube channel. Mark Hanna, sponsor of the 9 o'clock hour on the morning after, and it is time for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. Morning, boys. Hey, Papers.
Yo.
How you doing, buddy?
Good.
You okay? Is the dais treating you all right? I only ask because after a rough first hour of listening, the Cardinals is the third topic today, using the word reconnaissance and not having the McGreevy cut queued up. I'm worried that there could be some abuse going on. Blink twice if you need some help. Better yet, come down to the Heiser house. I'll get you something to eat and get one of the lovely ladies to give you a foot rub, a scalp massage, or a ZJ. Whatever you want. I don't know what that is. Whatever you want. $10 goes a long way. Anywho, great show as always, gents. Till mañana. That's from the Heiser House Hooligan.
Heiser House Hooligan. Where's the Heiser House?
I don't know, but I don't want any ZJs.
No, I wouldn't take that.
Congratulations to Cherie DeVoe for being the first female trainer to win the Kentucky Derby. Oh, good for you. By my count, female trainers only need 150 more wins to catch up to the male trainers. That's Steve in Des Moines.
Huh. Steve in Des Moines.
He wears his misogynist badge with a lot of pride.
Sometimes it can be easy to look back with regret at how things unraveled for a bit. David Wright was a career .296 hitter. But there was one specific instance that had him shook to the core. June 2007 in St. Louis. 1-1 count, and he fouled off a pitch into the crowd, as it happened hundreds of times. But this time he saw a young, healthy scrapper with a wet jumper literally hide behind his platonic female companion, holding her in place like a protective shield. The slap of his foul ball against her arm still resonates in his ears as he tries to go to sleep at night. Then came the high-pitched cheer from a pale guy who had been cowering behind the girls. He picked up the ball and high-fived some people around him while she tended to her injuries. David Wright ran into a long slump as he tried to recover from the trauma of that day, and he nearly quit baseball. And the memory still haunts him. .296 career. Shooter McGavin, the vice president of right field beer helmets with a Velcroed rear view mirror for seeing the scoreboard.
Goodness. It was at Shea. It was at Shea Stadium when I was 8 years old.
I was going to say, it was on the road, was it not?
Yeah, and I was 8.
Was it a screaming line drive down the line
No.
that you threw your...
No, it was. We were sitting kind of like second deck behind the plate.
Oh.
Did she still speak to you?
Yes.
Can she use that arm at all?
She sure can.
Still a sling.
Yeah, shout out to Samantha.
Doug, thanks for the fun night on Saturday. Wink, wink. Never realized you were such a good kisser. We'll keep that hot dog thing a secret between you and me until next time, you big hot radio man. Some Doug's Oil Boy.
Doug's Oil Boy.
Morning, gentlemen. April showers didn't bring May flowers, but rather brought a Youngry Los Cardinals and a revitalized spirit of St. Louis. Kansas City tries to be the cooler younger brother in Missouri, but in reality, it's as fake and cringe as Jackson's obsession with the NBA. I'm glad they got the World Cup games because those hair gel jogger-wearing footies can enjoy their NA beers and tell their wives' boyfriends how great a friendly in the pitch is a real treat. Bring us country concerts, whitey ball, and pictures of sweet nectar of the gods to wet the whistle of Hoosiers and yuppies alike. Our roots run deeper than the Mississippi at high water marks and stronger than midsummer's humidity. So let's use this momentum to unite and win the day. Cheers and God bless America. Doug, that's from Mongo.
I'll be darned. Mongo. All right.
I was warned about this email, but I'm trying to find where I need to
sign off.
Let's see. Oh, got it. Hey, boys, I hate to do this, but I have a bone to pick with you all. Back on April 13th, no one could figure out what the lead was for that Monday morning. I expected you guys to discuss the ultra marathon that took place out in Eureka. It was won by a TMA listener named Ben. He ran 105 miles in 27 hours. But that was conveniently left off the show docket. I let it go for weeks, but on Friday's show, you all talked about the Mount Rushmore of people from Poplar Bluff. And again, no mention of Ben. How dare you all? Doug, that comes from Jason. Okay. And I can't read what he wrote. He wanted you to do something.
Like what? No, never mind.
Right.
Jason.
I tuned into Movie Boy's glorious return over the weekend, hoping to hear Film Bitch's review of The Devil Wears Prada 2, but alas, there were no reviews. Instead, we were treated to a forecast, not a Strodecast, but a Gareth cast, where they predicted the Rotten Tomatoes critics average for films that won't be released for several months. In reality, this format was just a vehicle for Film Bitch to glaze all over Christopher Nolan's chest.
No.
As he predicted, The Odyssey will have a 99% critics rating after 1 week. Jesus. Libby Jack likes to throw the term Twitter reply guy around a lot lately without really understanding the definition. He uses the term to deflect any criticism without offering any kind of rebuttal. Wikipedia defines reply guy as, quote, a person, usually a man, who habitually and often annoyingly replies to social media posts, particularly those from women, with excessive, unsolicited, or condescending comments. TMA listeners nitpicking every last element of this show is a tradition that goes back decades. This is the business we've chosen. We all know who the real Twitter reply guy is. You can find his reply April 30th replied to Erica Kirk with 0 replies and 0 comments. He's the one who passive-aggressively tried to book Selena Benz by tagging her in a tweet saying, a lot of people are asking me if I can get Selena Benz on my podcast, being she's a St. Louis girl. I reached out to her agency. We'll see what happens. Doug, that's from Buck Swope, DBA, okay. The Recess Lady's Breast.
Buck Swope.
Jackson, do you want to issue a reply at all?
No, I think the email speaks for itself.
Okay. Happy Star Wars Day. I thought it'd be cute to figure out which character represents each one of you. And then there's a winking emoji, Doug.
Brother.
Jackson's definitely Luke Skywalker, a young boy drawn into the rebellion against big corporate local sports talk radio. Tim's Han Solo because of his charming wit and degeneracy. Martin's Chewbacca because he's tall. Kurt is Anakin because he was the chosen one before he turned to the dark side with AI. He's more machine now than man. Charlie Marlowe is Obi-Wan Kenobi because he disappeared, but we still randomly hear his voice. Iggy is the wrinkled emperor because he was seemingly vanquished, but now somehow has returned. And most of the listeners are Jabba the Hutt. Doug, he's Princess Leia because I want to see him in that golden bikini.
Okay.
Doug, that's from poor film student.
That's enough. Poor film student.
I mean, you stood right next to him. He flew in from Los Angeles to be next to you.
And then I get this kind of comment.
And finally, there definitely needs to be a hot take reward that should be worn after a spicy take on what's going on in the sports or news world. My suggestion is the hot take fishnet tank top. I can't wait to see Doug's nips after rattling off a score-driven take.
Oh.
Attached is the pic of what I'm thinking of. And yeah, Doug, it is a mesh tank top.
You don't have to attach anything.
That's from the Tin Man. And that's what we have for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. The question is, what you got? We'll announce the winner coming up at 10:55 before BK and Ferrario. Time for us to head into the 10 o'clock hour. Martin is headed to onboarding. The program is called TMA. It's presented to you by Brown and Crouppen from the Stiefel Studios on 101 ESPN.
It's true, good things come to those who wait. At Stiefel, great things come from knowing when to act. For 135 years, Stiefel has helped individuals, families, and business owners make thoughtful financial decisions. Founded in St. Louis in 1890, Stiefel combines deep local roots with national capabilities. From customized wealth management to investment banking and traditional banking, Stiefel delivers fully integrated solutions designed for complex financial lives, whether you're growing, preserving, or transitioning transitioning wealth. The same long-term mindset is why Stifel proudly supports TMA, because we know success is all about timing and knowing when the moment is actually the moment, which on sports radio usually happens right after we've seen the replay. Investing, banking, advising, Stifel, where success meets success. Stifel Nicholas and Company Incorporated, member SIPC and NYSE.
It's TMA 101 ESPN, 10 o'clock hours brought to you by Design Air Heating and Cooling. Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Jackson Burkett. Martin goes to onboarding. Chairman Kurtz usually slides into the dais, but look, Doug, somebody else did, and his name's James Carlton. He's my insurance agent.
I saw him sitting over there. Hello, James.
What's up? Good morning. I think the lead should have been, well, the lead in my household
blew it.
certainly
The lifetime
was.
roofing.
The lifetime roofing lead for my family was they got to meet Doug Vaughn walking into the game yesterday.
Oh, big moment for them, I'm
Yes,
sure.
and of course, the first thing Doug's peacocking about is his free parking. We just paid $30, of
Got
course.
it again. Got it again.
Yeah. And then my wife did pay you a compliment about the tornado helmets that we were rocking last Monday.
She seemed to like the idea.
Yeah, she sure did. So that was great.
Should move ahead with that.
Big local broadcast hero the family got to meet, so that was exciting.
I saw you guys walking into the ballpark. We were driving to go to our spot. We did not have free parking. And saw you guys heading toward the ball yard.
Yeah.
Fight Cardinals.
That was our first game of the year. It was
Is that right?
It was a great day.
What did you think of the atmosphere there?
Oh, it was fantastic. I told Doug walking in, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the largest crowd of the year. I think it fell short of that, but it was a good crowd.
Yeah. Probably not as big as opening day.
All right.
Or maybe even Sunday.
Yeah, I should say non-opening day game of the year. Yeah. But that Tiger luncheon last week, Doug, you brought it.
Oh, James, you were
brought
there.
It. I was.
Doug was on the receiving end of angry Missouri fan when he said they should
and
play
I know
St.
that
Louis
gentleman.
University.
He is as hardcore of a Tiger as you can get, as you guys felt there.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So thank you guys for participating in the fun and games.
Absolutely. Our pleasure. I think anytime I can get a chance to watch Doug get yelled at, I'm there.
And for the record, absolutely, I don't care where, I want them to play SLU. I mean, what is this about? Like, absolutely, I think that should be a game that's scheduled. I mean, there was an analogy against, I forget who the teams that play each other, with Louisville, Kentucky.
Marquette, Wisconsin.
Marquette, Wisconsin. And you're like, well, SLU's not Marquette. I don't care. It's a local team that would get great ratings here locally and be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
Good for the fans. Good for both schools.
I'm all for it.
I don't know where Mizzou guy gets to be such a basketball elitist.
Yeah.
I mean, what has Mizzou ever won? What have they ever won?
Jackson.
They used to win the Big Eight when Norm Stewart was around, but since then, what have they won?
Guess you weren't around for the Elite Eight run in 2009.
Well, yeah, I was.
And they won the Big 12 tournament in, 2011.
Okay. So that means we don't have to play SLU?
Kim English was wearing the SEC shirt celebrating the Big 12 tournament win in 2012.
How about that?
Okay.
So I've been listening for a long time, Tim, and for the longest time, I had no idea this impression you would go into sometimes. And then you mentioned one day, I think to Jackson or somebody, it's from Jiminy Glick.
Oh, it's if I am in bad spirits, which is about 6 or 7 days, I will go into a YouTube rabbit hole of watching Jiminy Glick.
Yeah,
I highly recommend it.
I've done that.
And so for those listeners, like myself, I guess I lived in a closet all those years. I had no idea who that was. And so like Tim just referenced, my wife and I went into a YouTube rabbit hole of these Jiminy, and we loved it. We're giggling our butts off. It was fantastic.
What was your favorite interviewer too?
Well, Jerry Seinfeld's reactions are always really good.
That's a great one.
Larry David, I mean, he's if I could have a Mount Rushmore people I just want to interact with, just because he'd probably hate me, it's Larry David, just because he's my all-time favorite, I think. So all those
Julia
were great.
Louis-Dreyfus
yeah.
and Billy Crystal. Doug, that's the origin of smooching with the boys.
Oh, where are you, sir?
So if you're ever down, Doug, just pop on some YouTube and some Jiminy Glick.
I've done that.
Very good.
I'll do that with Between Two Ferns as well, which is kind of from the same family of lack of self-awareness with the interviewer. It always alarms me when people think those are real. That's strange, but whatever. That's fine, I guess. There are people who believe that Jackson really does go to the Hamptons on a private jet into Teterboro and then takes the helicopter in.
Oh, that's a shtick?
See, Jackson?
Yeah. Well, when somebody takes a day off, we always say they're vacationing in the Hamptons.
Oh, now I get it, Doug. Now I get it. This whole time you guys weren't all in the Hamptons?
No,
you don't say.
No, Jackson just goes down to the lake, so he will be out 2 Fridays from now.
If the sirens do go off here, what is the Hubbard policy? I mean, are you guys that important?
It happened last week.
Do you guys have to stay on the air?
I had just left. No, I think switched to network, and we.
Yeah, it's never happened.
There's a line of storms. You were telling us. I look on the radar. There's a big line of storms coming through.
Yeah, it looked gnarly heading in here.
It's never happened when we've been on the air, but last week BK and Ferrari were on there, and they just flipped to network.
Oh, okay.
And there's a hallway downstairs that they
with helmets
people into. No helmets. I could probably sell a few.
I started watching Jiminy Glick clips on YouTube because of hearing the great and wondrous Tim's impression.
Stop.
It is better than any antidepressant and most drugs on the market. That's from Dougie V's BBL.
Is he still doing any of those, or is he completely done?
He brought it back.
Up and brought it back on like an NBC show he was doing with Maya Rudolph, I think.
Yeah, they did it like his first one back was Bill Hader.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, like
they laugh. You can't laugh. Bill Hader laughed. You can't laugh. You got to see. That's the thing.
Well, Hader's famous for breaking.
Doug and Martin and the cat and Iggy, they don't break. I break. I start giggling like a little. Watch this, Doug. Tee-hee, oh, my nipples. Tee-hee.
Oh, don't say that.
Well, like
he pointing to them.
Interviews these like younger.
I wasn't. I was flapping my little pincers. Look. James looked away like Raiders of the Lost Ark.
He interviews these like younger, and I say younger, like 40s, 30s or 40s comics who have so much reverence for Jiminy Glick. So there's no way they could do an actual interview. Whereas Martin Short and Jerry Seinfeld are contemporaries. Like it works, but it doesn't. Like Bill Hader, also famous for breaking.
Interesting. I think that's an astute observation. That they have reverence for Martin Short.
Yes, they think of him as a legend. So and this is probably his most legendary character.
Is it his most legendary character, Doug? What about Ed Grimley?
Yeah, right there with that. I was trying to think of Ed Grimley's name.
What about little Nettie Knickers and Three Amigos?
I wouldn't put
Ned
that up there
Niederlander?
with it. No. But he is one of the funniest guys that's ever been on the screen.
Jiminy Glick ripped off his delivery from Tim. It's from Mr.
I don't know.
Mike.
Doggone it.
Can I crowdsource for a second?
Sure.
Yeah, we crowdsource here all the time.
Has anybody ever been stuck on an elevator? From the listeners out there.
I feel like it's talking about a no-hitter, and I don't want to jinx it.
Yeah, right.
Did you have this happen?
No, but I've come across a lot of elevators out of order. How does one elevator become out of order? Does the door just not open? Or does that mean that somebody at one point recently was stuck on said elevator? Because that seems like that's my biggest fear.
Doug, have you been stuck on an elevator?
I never have been, no.
No, I'm sure somebody out there has. I wonder how common that is. Because you see these elevators out of order. Not here, of course.
Let me tell you a story, and this has to do with Blues hockey. 2002, Blues taking on the Chicago Blackhawks. Doug, do you remember what happened in that series?
What year are we talking?
2002.
Was that the one that Ed Belfour was slamming his stick?
No, that was like
earlier
in the 90s.
than that. Yeah.
2002, they beat the Blackhawks, I think, in 5. And then they had to take on, for my money, the greatest hockey team that I have seen, the 2002 Red Wings. That didn't go particularly well. But we would always stay in the same hotel as the team. Hotel they were staying at, the Sutton place. I don't know if they still stay there. It's been 25 years. Hell, I don't know. It's right off of Rush Street, Gibson's, for those who go up there. And for whatever reason, I'm sure I'd been out and I had a little nip of the cooking show. I'm 25 years old.
Yeah. And you got these nipples flapping, too.
Just like this.
Right.
Just like this.
Right.
And for whatever reason, I'm thinking to myself, I noticed that the elevator, it's a larger building, skips the 12 to 14, no 13th floor. I know this sounds insane, especially when I said I've been imbibing. So help me. But in this particular case, there was a 13th floor.
Yeah, I think it's case by case.
That's right. Just really a weird thing.
Yeah.
That this is like acknowledged. Now, with that said, I'm thinking this. I'm in the elevator by myself, and I'm not like drunk, but I'm heading back to my room. Got to get ready for the morning skate. Got to see what these boys are doing.
Sure.
Thank you. And I'm thinking this. I had pressed the button to go to my floor, top floor. Look at the contract.
Brother.
And the elevator stops on the 13th floor. There are no rooms. There were construction, and there's just wind whipping through, and it just stops there. And yes, Jackson is exactly right, Doug. Scary. It's like I manifested a stop on the 13th floor, which was like Ghostbusters in the final scene.
Oh, my.
Expected to see the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man walking by. And I'm like, oh, my God, what do I do? Yeah. What do I do? Door closed, door closed, door closed. Up to the penthouse I go. But most elevators, when you have the numbered, will skip the 13th floor. Which,
right.
Again, what in the hell is that all about?
A lot of hospitals,
empowering this?
A lot of hospitals don't have 13th floors either, which makes a little sense. Like if you're maybe fighting for your life, you don't want to be on the 13th floor if you believe in that sort of stuff.
Why would you?
Well, I mean,
why would anyone believe in that?
I'm just saying that I can understand hotels. I agree there should be to have a 13th floor. Who cares? In a hospital, I get not having a 13th floor.
So you just step on the foul line when you're out in the ball field?
Sure.
Oh, gosh.
I saw Robleski was jumping over it yesterday.
There you go, of course.
Doug famously hates superstitions or finds them.
This is stupid. At some point, you grow up and you're an adult, and you can say that it means nothing. It's absolutely stupid.
This is that Doug Vaughn nirvana. We all just need to get there, or we just don't care about these silly superstitions.
Stop worrying about stupid things.
Who wants to live on a 13th floor? That's from Chairman Steve in Des Moines.
Oh. Biff does.
There you have it.
If you could get a discount for living on the 13th floor, I'd live on the 13th floor all day.
Sure.
Oh, I hate a bargain.
I'm a North County fireman. Usually, if somebody was stuck in the elevator, I'm going to have yellow fire tape on it. If it's just a broken down sign, it's probably from an inspector. Maintenance overdue on the elevator. They have a very strict inspection policy. Doug, that's from the 314.
That's helpful. Thank you.
One Cardinal Way, there is no 13th floor. That's from Chairman Steve in Des Moines, who used to live there.
Well, there was at point 400, there is, and Biff lives on it. Yeah.
Well, Chairman Kurt texted me that you're more likely to get struck by lightning than get stuck in an elevator. So
is that right?
That's nice.
Okay. About that data point.
This says, I'm reading that the superstition, do you know where it comes from, the superstition that 13 is unlucky?
Mm-mm.
Stems from the ancient religious and mythological traditions, most notably the Last Supper, where Judas, the 13th guest, betrayed Jesus.
How about that?
Interesting.
And so for that reason, you can't go to a hospital on the 13th floor?
I was born on Friday the 13th.
No fooling.
Yeah.
People on the 14th floor know what floor they're really on.
Yeah.
It's some old Woody.
They should.
They've been lying to everybody.
It's one of those things, if you worry about it, it can become a problem for you. If you just ignore it because it's not worth worrying about, you'll be fine.
Outside of like your typical like health, I mean, do you worry about anything?
Not much.
I don't.
I should worry about more than I do.
Vaughn Nirvana.
I should worry about more.
Vaughn Nirvana. Something we should all aspire to. And you should aspire to work with James Carlton of the Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency. 314-961-4800 or go online at carltoninsurance.net. James has been my insurance agent going back to 2019. And the customer service that James and his team provide are truly second to none. Anything you want to share with our audience, James, about what's going on at the Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency?
Maybe a TMA poll. What was bigger in 2019? The Blues winning the Cup or Tim joining on to our office? I don't know. I mean, that's a toss-up.
I guess we ought to send that out on the Twitter tweets, Doug, and see. I don't know. See what.
No,
wins.
but we continue to express our gratitude to this listening audience. They are fantastic. They're all great people to deal with. Even if we're not the right time, right fit right now, they're always open to us reaching out to them down the road, and we're very grateful for that. We're grateful to you guys. Thank you so much.
And thank you for getting on board with After the Morning After.
Oh, I love it. Really
You're
enjoying
a fan.
it. Absolutely, really enjoying it. You guys are troopers, man. That's a long day.
Doug wants to do 7 hours. We're 5 right now.
I don't. Talk about, does anything worry me? That worries me.
That would get you. James Carlton, Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency, 314-961-4800. Go online at carltoninsurance.net. Thank you, James.
Cheers, guys.
That's
you.
James Carlton. We'll take a break with more TMA next here on 101 ESPN. Ryan Luchtefeld of Delmar Mortgage is who I am working at as we are looking at homes, and he is online at delmarmortgage.com, and you can call him directly. Here's his number, 618-593-3608. That's 618-593-3608. Ryan has been doing this now for 22 years, and 13 of them have been with Delmar Mortgage. Call Ryan first if you are looking to buy a home or refinance. 618-593-3608. That's 618-593-3608. You're going to get that personal local touch, but with all the necessary technology to make the process smooth and easy. Plus, you get pre-approvals and fast-track options. They're going to make your offer stick out to local sellers and listing agents with closings in as little as 2 weeks. It's Ryan Luchtefeld, our Billiken insider here on TMA, and he is with Delmar Mortgage. Online at delmarmortgage.com or call him directly at 618-593-3608. Where were you, Doug, when this was performed with the Moonwalk at the Motown Awards? Was that October of like 83?
I don't know.
Orioles had just beaten the Phillies, right?
Well, that sounds right. But where was I when he was doing that on stage?
Yeah.
I don't recall exactly.
I think we were carving pumpkins.
In 83?
Yeah.
I would have been in Miami. So that's probably high on blow. I don't know.
Clip that off. Whoa! Superstitions are stupid. Thanks, Beer Cats.
Well, some of them are really dumb. The what is not my son?
The kid.
The kid? It sounds like he's saying the chair. He's saying the chair? You say, yeah.
I hear clearly kid.
Jackson's going to fight you right now.
No, I mean, there is some things where, like, some people hear some things, some people hear other things, producer Joe style.
Right.
But that one, to me, just clearly sounds like
not
kid.
my son.
Was Billie Jean supposedly based on a real person?
Billie Jean King, the tennis player.
I don't believe that.
I have no idea.
Sherman Kurt's going to come back over the top.
Dubious.
Do you know any other Billie Jeans?
Wasn't there the legend of Billie Jean with the great Helen Slater?
I assume it was a documentary about Billie Jean King.
And she was in Secret of My Success in City Slickers? Am I right on that? She related to Christian Slater using to pump up the volume? Mr. Robot?
I just don't know.
I like True Romance with Christian Slater.
How about that? What about Gleaming the Cube? I saw that at Crestwood Mall.
Oh, did
Crestwood
you?
Plaza? Crestwood Mall? Crestwood Mall? Crestwood Plaza.
Probably mall during your days.
You do some work in that Exhilarama?
Damn right I did. After the PFG would play that food court.
Wasn't Tony Hawk in Gleaming the Cube?
I don't know that either. But the chair.
Right there.
It's clear as day. The chair is not my son. What?
I don't even hear like anything close to the chair.
I don't hear anything close to kid.
Jackson here's kid.
Don't you hear kid? Am I going crazy?
The chair is not my son.
It's right there, see?
You're playing some sort of joke on me.
No, I'm not.
He's saying child.
What? What?
Well, let's look
It's
up the
kid.
lyrics.
I looked it up. It's kid.
And that's what he
Doesn't sound
says.
like kid. How hard is it to say kid so you can understand that?
I heard kid. And I'm not classically trained.
Doesn't sound like kid at all to me.
I mean, it's kid.
Have you seen that English comedian that's got a whole routine about misheard song lyrics? It's hysterical. I forget what the guy's name is. I've seen that video a few times. He got like 10 minutes on it. It's really good.
What are some of the songs?
I don't remember now, but some of them, if you can sound very dirty if you think about it long enough. He was a stand-up guy, English guy. He's really good. I don't know that we could play it on here. Maybe.
Peter Kay.
Yeah, that's who
Peter
it is.
Kay.
Yeah, that's who it is.
I believe Ella Langley currently has a song that has some misheard lyrics that she has addressed. But Jackson's not a fan of Ella Langley, so we can't talk about
I
it.
never said that.
Oh, I thought that you said you weren't a fan.
I just got to the L. I'm a big fan. I'm late to the party, but big fan.
It's like you and Jackson are going to have to fight over.
I'm on board.
She's coming to St. Louis this summer.
Chaffetz.
Oh, playing Chaffetz?
I think so. I looked it up last week. It's a pricey ticket right now.
Oh.
From one old to another, Doug. Times to get your hearing checked. That's from Sharon and Clayton.
I don't hear kid at all. It would make sense for him to say kid. I don't hear it.
Doug, watch this. Hold Me Closer, Tony Danza. That's from Dale in Grubville.
It's a nice sentiment.
She's a hot. I'm a fan. That's from Packer Dave. She's a hot.
I needed a title.
I'm a fan.
Sounds a little creepy to me. I don't know
if that's in reference to Sharon and Clayton or Ella Langley. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
No, I don't either.
She comes on Friday. The ticket prices are insane. That's from the Fluffer Nutters fan page moderator. Ella Langley's here on Friday. Wonder if she'll come in studio. That'd be fun.
Have Iggy reach out.
Maybe a Friday? Is it this Friday? I'm looking it up.
Anyone who says they understood the lyrics to Rocket Man without looking them up is a straight-up liar.
Yeah.
Sharon and Clayton.
There's a lot of songs you have no clue what they're saying.
Doug, if you want to sit in the pit for Ella Langley, you're going to have to buck up about $1,000.
Oh, no thanks.
$1,000? Yeah, she's playing here Friday.
And is she coming in studio? What hour?
Yeah, she'll be here 7:15, A block.
Ooh.
Yeah, boy, $595 I'm seeing for Pitt.
I just heard 1,000.
We might be on different sites.
Oh. Okay.
Who would you pay $1,000? You wouldn't pay $1,000 to see a soul, would you?
I don't think so, no.
I definitely would, but I need you to throw pucks at the net because nobody's coming to mind right away. I guess Ella Reese.
When Jackson and I went to Las Vegas a few years ago to Circa, Bruno Mars was playing the MGM, and that's a bucket list concert for me.
Oh,
but
is that right?
I just couldn't do it.
How about that?
And that was 1,000?
I don't think it was that much, but it was something I was not comfortable with.
Packer Dave's my brother. He's a teacher, but really struggles with punctuation. That's from Josh
We
Bob
didn't need
Bill.
to know that.
It's nice, though. Family.
Yeah. Wonder if he shares a building with Keisha Gray. I don't know. Maybe he teaches Keisha Gray. I don't know.
Teaches her what?
I saw this on my TikTok algorithm over the weekend, Doug. These are things that Tim sees in his TikTok algorithm that might have already 10 years ago been discussed.
Brought to us
by Tim's TikTok algorithm. That had U2 not done the deal with Apple, 2014, was that when they had this?
Probably, yeah.
All the songs from their album downloaded, that U2 would be experiencing a renaissance with like Jackson's age group and younger from, in particular, their two most famous and revered albums. Doug, those albums are?
I wasn't paying attention at the beginning of that. What band am I thinking about again?
U2.
U2. Oh, I don't know then.
Jackson? I don't know if but Chairman Kurt's ready. I can tell. He's got his hand on the...
Beautiful...
I don't know what we're talking about anymore.
You're talking about the songs or albums?
The album.
I don't know the name of the album.
I couldn't name one album.
Joshua Tree.
Yeah, right.
Tone, baby. But instead, they have been ruined by that, and therefore they can't win them back because they didn't experience the renaissance that, say, older bands have experienced. I thought that was a wonderful little master's thesis. What do you think on that, Papers?
Yeah, I think that there is, definitely a contingent of people who are like, didn't really know much about U2 in my age group, like knew some of the songs, like probably heard Vertigo or something. And then they're like, why? Like, this seems like a real invasion of like not only phone, but like now like my storage has like all these songs I didn't ask for. And it felt like really forced. Whereas there's certainly a band that would, like, I think people would really, really like. But, yeah, I think that did a big disservice to them.
It's a weird thing because, like, subconsciously, I feel like that might have happened to me. Now, I wouldn't be in the younger fan category, but I think that because I used to saw him play in Chicago and Vegas, obviously here, and I'm kind of like, I don't know. And I wonder if that's what it was, which really, in the whole scheme of things, wasn't that big of a deal,
really
but I think it played a role in it.
Yeah, it's really not a big deal, but it was like the first time, like anytime someone like put something on your phone that you didn't ask for, or like something like that happens, it's like...
Do you feel like Movie Boy has that?
No, see, because people, I'm sure that's going to be coming in.
Well, it is.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Pepper and Genie went down that road.
But you've opted into subscribing to the TMASTL podcast, therefore you have confirmed something that you are interested in this program, whereas you just had to have the music app on the iPhone, which you can't delete, to get the U2 album, and that was like... that felt too far, even though I'm sure legally they were in their right to do so.
It almost felt like you'd been hacked.
In a way, yeah. Just like, why I didn't ask for this, why is it here?
Fluffer Nutters fan page moderator, I think, was the first one to say it. U2's Move is the equivalent of Movie Boy infesting my podcast feed.
No, gosh.
I disagree.
No.
But
you don't force your podcast onto people's phones, do you?
I have never. No.
You don't think it's because Bono is a pretentious, and then she uses a word I can't I can't say. I don't believe anyway. And that comes from the horny history teacher's husband.
Oh, really?
Guess that's a guy then. No, I think they were successful despite his stuff, which had been going on for a while. But I do think that album thing was the bigger thing.
I agree.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to say it's weird. It's just, it's surprising how much its impact still lingers.
Well, notice that they've done that with the 0 albums ever since. Apple has never done that again. They're like, saw the reaction of that, and they're like, okay, never mind. You kind of feel bad for you, too, that they were the guinea pig of that.
I delete that effing album all the time, and it just keeps coming back. And the album art on some of the songs features a gentleman kneeling down near another gentleman's love, and it comes up on CarPlay, and my 4-year-old asks me what that is. I just tell her it's TMA. That's from Al in Dadeville.
Oh.
Yeah, it's tough. That's tough. But it was a bad move. It was a really bad move.
Movie Boy infecting my podcast feed makes me feel so dirty. That's a big tough.
Gosh.
Okay, well, just trying to elicit some feeling. That's really what Movie Boy is trying to do. Make you feel something.
Bono became a woke loser.
Yeah, there it is.
Jackson was waiting
Shooter.
for it.
Eric took his phone.
We'll have the winner of the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day coming up at approximately 10:55. We have After the Morning After at 11 o'clock on the TMSTL YouTube channel, 1057 HD2. And you are welcome to participate in this program by calling in, texting in, or talking it over in the Michelob Ultra YouTube chat. That's youtube.com/TMASTL. This is the Morning After, 101 ESPN.
Caw-caw. You hear that, Battlehawk fans? That's the sound of Battlehawks football, and it's back at the Dome for the 2026 season. And Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken wants you to be a part of it. That's why their new Battlehawks box will get you 4 of their famous hand-bread chicken strips and an order of potato wedges, plus a code valid for buy one, get one free Battlehawks tickets. With this deal, you can get game day ready with a Battlehawks box for just $9.99 at any St. Louis area Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken location. Again, 4 of their famous hand-bread chicken strips and an order of potato wedges, plus a code valid for buy one, get one free Battlehawks tickets for just $9.99 at any St. Louis area Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken location. You can get the Battlehawks box in-store or by ordering online on Lee's new mobile app, where you can also earn points for free food and discounts. That's Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, partnering up with the Battlehawks. This is Jackson with a Sports Center update brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. Cardinals Brewers tonight, 6:45 p.m. first pitch here in St. Louis. Kyle Leahy on the mound for the Redbirds. That was another Sports Center update brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. You'll be saying, I love my windows.
It's TMA 101 ESPN. Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Sherman Kurt, Jackson Burkett with you on the show. And we're in the Stiefel studios. Coming up here in about 13 minutes, we'll be doing After the Morning After on 105.7 HD2 here on 101 ESPN. BK and Ferrario coming your way. The votes are in for the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email today, and Jackson Burkett has that information. Jackson, who won today?
Our winner today, the poor film student. On the board, baby.
He did?
Yeah.
Didn't he have a vile comment or two?
Film student. Well, I just
he
count
said
votes.
he views you as Princess Leia.
Yeah, that was not good. Okay. But he got the win anyway.
Yeah.
I would like to see you in those kind of
those braids.
Yeah, those braids that are
The ear buns.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
It's good.
Who says I haven't worn my hair like that in the past?
Yeah, or just you in a tunic in general really gets me rolling.
A tunic.
What's a tunic?
It's kind of a one piece, kind of a
Like a
loose
swimsuit?
one piece. No, not like a swimsuit at all. Actually,
I do have the internet right in front of me.
it is.
so.
That was a heavy crowdsource.
So we're going to stop what we're doing now to look up tunic.
It's a versatile, loose-fitting garment covering the torso from shoulders to between the hips and ankles.
Looks like something you might see at like a Renaissance fair.
Sure.
Yeah.
Doug, you like a romper?
That's a one piece.
A romper is a one piece.
That's like the shorts and the shirt are combined.
Oh, yeah. Gosh. I think I might look good in that. It's probably comfortable.
Yeah.
Probably loose fitting so I could pack on a boiler.
Sure. Eating all that bratwurst at the game.
Guys, I absolutely wrote that Bono being a woke loser just to beat Eric to it. You guys nailed it, and that's why you are the best. That's from Shooter McGavin.
Yeah, I could smell that one coming.
And can Tim ask his wife what she finds most attractive about Doug?
What in the world?
I just read that from Chairman Steve. He's in Des Moines. I can text her.
What do you think the answer would be there? Because there's obviously the charm and the wit.
Well, anytime we're BSing with somebody and she goes, and I'll go into the shower, you know, kind of like Chevy Chase and Beverly D'Angelo. That was in Vacation, Doug, and it was the idea of a banana, and he goes, hee. And that's a take on Psycho, am I right?
Yeah, correct.
And then he says, can I do your back? And then she says, no, Sparky. And then he says, can I do your front? And Beverly D'Angelo says, go do your own front.
Oh,
yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
But I'll walk in there sometimes, and she's podcasting this show. And I'll say she does listen to the show because people say, how can you be married to such a scumbag? That's what they say about me. They say I'm a pervert and I don't worship Yahweh and all those things they say. And she says, I listen to the show because Doug's hilarious. That's what she says.
That's
And right
not what
there,
she
I'm
said.
cucked again. So help me, so help me.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Yep. Cucked left and right.
And that's right. All the rest of
Well, I couldn't be
us,
sorry.
we're just along for the ride. We're just barnacles on Doug's ship.
Ain't that the truth?
Amen.
I like the idea of like games on. Obviously, trying to get some snacks, and Tim, no, I will not be going. I will not be going to the concession stand. I'll send my wife on that journey.
No, I'll tell you what really happened on that. It's a good observation. It's a fair observation. I don't blame you for it.
Yeah.
What really happened, I was with my 4-year-old who is obsessed with baseball.
Sure.
Obsessed. This didn't exist 5 weeks ago, but fine. I'm thrilled that he is. It's rejuvenated my love for the game. Except every ball that is hit, I'm asked if it's a home run, and I'm getting a little annoyed. I need to have some little recording on my phone to answer no, foul ball, no, ground ball, because it's really becoming a real hassle in my life.
Really?
And I hope people can sympathize.
Okay.
Because I think that's relatable. But my older son, being a dandy, where the seats were in the shade and he was cold. And I'm like, it's 80 degrees. My wife says, I'm going to go out to like wherever it was that you were one hand the sausage and one hand the bratwurst or whatever was going on with you.
Centerfield concession
There
stand.
you go. So
I
that's
don't get any
what,
closer to home plate than that.
so that's what was going on.
No,
Because the 8-year-old was cold in 80-degree weather.
It does get cool in that shade.
A week after asking how many points the Cardinals had.
Oh, no, he didn't say that.
Said, let me tell you something.
You get grounded for that, I hope.
Never again outside this house.
Yeah.
Does he ever put the losing score first?
And I told him, I said, the only tell bigger than that is if you put the losing score first.
Cards lost 4-5, Doug.
It just makes your skin crawl.
I hate it.
Yeah.
Trust me. Imagine if you're a father who got into an industry because of baseball and your son asks how many points the Cardinals have.
In fairness to your younger son, there is a real epidemic in the outfield seething situation of people seeing a fly ball being hit. They're going, oh, it's gone. There it goes, standing up on a ball where the center fielder doesn't even move to grab it.
That's right.
Yeah, we got to be a little better on seeing it off the bat.
Yeah, it's hard to
If
judge
it's coming off hot, then you. But if it comes off high and a little slower, probably not going to leave the ball yard.
Yeah.
In the pitcher's park like Busch.
Well, don't get mad at the fans.
Well, the fans are mad at us, Doug. Seriously, were there not any sports on yesterday We're telling steroid about rain out now.
Who's steroid?
I don't know. I just read what's in the prompter.
Put
What
down the
you
keyboard.
do to entertain yourself, period, question mark.
Oh, yeah, the classic. Double punctuation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to read it again so you can answer the
Okay.
question, because when listeners text in, we like it and we appreciate their support and we love the show.
That's right.
Seriously, were there not any sports on yesterday or question mark, we're telling steroid about rain out now,
We're telling
question mark,
steroid.
and what you do to entertain yourself, period, question mark.
Put down the keyboard, gentlemen. We don't need text like that. And proofread before you hit send. If you got word corrected on something, proofread it.
That was like,
Why are you telling steroid about rain out now?
That's like someone typed that with an old BlackBerry and a ball peen hammer. You can't do it.
If you would like to listen to the program, We did get a chance to talk about the Cardinals. I would say, let's see, how many segments do we do? What do we do? 12 segments? Is that right, Papers?
Every day we do 12 segments.
12
Yes, sir.
segments. I would say we talked about the Cardinals for 7 of the segments. NHL playoffs for one of the segments. Chris Kerber was with us.
I mean, this has been the
This is off the top of my head.
Yeah. Well, this has been the Tunic segment.
But this is called the Tunic segment.
Yeah.
Tunic segment sponsored.
Yeah,
People
we usually
love
talk
tunics.
We usually talk garments at the last segment of the program.
Garment District. You can talk dentistry too with 100 West Dental. When you look in the mirror and smile, what do you see? Jagged yellow teeth, grinding your teeth from stress, coffee habit caught up to you. It's not just about vanity and looks, it's about looking and feeling your best with a healthy smile. Dr. Brandon Pryor at 100 West Dental is my guy online at 100westdental.com. Right now, Dr. Pryor's offering complimentary consultation. So if you're tired of the jagged look, go to 100westdental.com and book an in-person consult online, or submit a virtual consultation request right from your phone. 100westdental.com. BK and Ferrario coming up next. Time for us to shut it down. For Jackson Burkett, for Chairman Kurt, for Martin Kilcoyne, for my brother Kevin, for Douglas Elvin Vaughn, I'm Tim McKernan. This has been The Morning After, presented to you by Brown and Crouppen on 101 ESPN and the TMA Still YouTube channel.